Enid, the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Food Company continues. We are down to our final three teams as the Western Oklahoma State Pioneers, the only undefeated team left in the tournament at 48-15, will try to knock off the Heartland Community College Hawks at 53-7 and move themselves into the national championship game. It's a gorgeous evening in downtown Enid. Glad to have you with us. Lewis Foster is our producer-engineer back in our Enid studios on the radio side, and along with Mike and Tom Nelson with NJCAA TV, my name is Matt Howell. Western Oklahoma State has by far been the most impressive team so far in the World Series, a perfect 4-0 with victories over Grand Rapids, Michigan, Scottsdale, Arizona, Des Moines, Iowa, and Madison, Wisconsin. And with the win tonight over Heartland, Illinois, would need to be beaten twice by LSU Eunice tomorrow and Saturday to not win their second national championship. For Heartland, they have fought their way back after losing their second game of the tournament 13-4 to Madison. The Hawks, a couple days ago, beat Catawba Valley 7-2 and then waited around yesterday with the day off, got healthy, got rested, and they are ready to go here to take on Western Oklahoma State, who has been dominant at times offensively. This Heartland club came in as one of the hottest hitting teams in the entire tournament, ranked 11th in the country with a .339 batting average, but they have struggled at times to scratch out runs. However, they've been very resilient, and now that they are rested with that experience from last year's World Series, ready to take a shot against Western Oklahoma State. This Pioneer team is coming off one of the most impressive games in World Series history, a 17-11 victory over Madison, Wisconsin, a game in which the Pioneers hit 6 home runs as a team, and their right fielder Michael Cruz had 3 home runs by himself and a tournament record 8 RBIs. He was certainly dominant, and it was a fun game to watch offensively. When you get to this stage, you get deep in the tournament, starting pitching is always a concern. We're going to see a couple of young men on the mound tonight, David Stagg for Heartland and Edward Cruz for Western Oklahoma State, that we have not yet seen. Guys going down staff, who's going to come out on top? If Heartland wins, then they would turn around and play tomorrow night against LSU Eunice and then have a shot to meet Western Oklahoma State again in the championship game on Saturday. Because the Pioneers have played more games than both Heartland and LSU Eunice, win or lose, they are in the national championship game. The only caveat to winning tonight is that it would take 2 victories by Eunice to keep Western from winning that national championship. It's a great matchup. We expect a big crowd. If you're in the area, come down and watch great baseball. Heartland and Western Oklahoma State, it should be a dandy of a game. More pregame is on the way, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
We're back at David Allen Memorial Ballpark on a gorgeous night in downtown Enid. That front and storm system that moved through last night, suspending our Madison and Western Oklahoma State game, has certainly cooled down the weather. Temperatures currently in the 70s, and we have a nice breeze out of the north, which is blowing out to right. That could favor Western Oklahoma State, a team that is a power-hitting club, witnessed by their 6 home runs against Madison last night into today. They have 8 home runs for the tournament. Heartland, you look at what has happened so far for the Hawks, and their team batting average is just .225. Their team ERA is 5.33. Neither of those numbers is very good at all, and yet they're still in this position with a chance to maybe even make the national championship game. That tells you about the experience drawn from last year's World Series appearance for Nate Metzger's squad. Last year they won their opening game, then lost 2 consecutive. Well, this year they beat Catawba Valley 5-4, lost to Madison, who was hot hitting a couple of nights ago, then came back to beat Catawba Valley again 7-2. And they've done a good job of relying on that past experience. They've been able to situationally hit, and their pitching has been good at times, and especially the times when they needed it against Catawba Valley. There's no question how Western Oklahoma State has got here. A team with 8 home runs so far in the tournament, a .344 team batting average, and they can really swing the bats. They beat Grand Rapids, Michigan 9-1 in 7 innings on Saturday. Monday, they had to come from behind and beat Scottsdale, Arizona 8-5. Then it was yesterday, a win over DMAC 3-1 as Erland Santos pitched a gem of a game. Then a win over Madison, Wisconsin that started last night and came into early this afternoon, 17-11. These are the defending national champions with their 5th consecutive World Series appearance, and they are making their 4th consecutive trip to Enid, the champions out of the Plains District. And for Heartland Community College, their 2nd World Series appearance all time, of course consecutive last year and this year, and they are the Region 24 and Midwest District champions. It's Heartland and Western Oklahoma State in what should be a fantastic matchup. Let's go over that scenario one more time to determine who will play for the title. There are still only 3 games left on the bracket, potentially just 2. If Western Oklahoma State wins tonight, they would face LSU Eunice tomorrow night at 7, and if Western wins that game, the tournament's over. They're the back-to-back national champions. If Heartland wins tonight, it would force a 3-team tiebreaker. The tiebreaker, who gets the bye and goes to the championship game on Saturday, is determined by the most games played. Well, at this juncture, it is Western Oklahoma State. They're playing their 5th. Eunice has played 4. Heartland is playing their 4th. So it would be Heartland and Eunice playing tomorrow night at 7. The winner would get Western on Saturday night at 7. It's Western Oklahoma State and Heartland out of Illinois. It's a great night. We invite you to come on down with perfect weather for baseball. On the way next, we'll have your starting lineups and the first pitch, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. become a World Series tradition. It's bike night. Motorcycle riders go all the way around the warning track and circle the field and exit back where they came from, but it's become a huge tradition here for Scott Pendleton, the head groundskeeper at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. So he and his motorcycle buddies, they get a chance to parade around the field, and it's a great tradition and outstanding sight as we near the first pitch for Heartland Community College out of Illinois and Western Oklahoma State. Let's set your starting lineups. Heartland will be the home team, so Western will swing it first here momentarily. Kurt Russell will lead off, his left fielder, Esteban Paula. Hitting second, the designated hitter, Marty Dunlap. Batting third is the right fielder, Michael Cruz. Hitting cleanup, the first baseman, Elvis Rodriguez. Batting fifth at second base, Cesar Figueroa. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Francisco Rosario. Sherman LaCruz will hit seventh in center field. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Sean McAndrews. And hitting ninth, the catcher, Hazel Wesson. On the mound this evening for Western Oklahoma State is Edward Cruz. Some of the numbers on Cruz this year: he is pitching in his 14th game. He is 2-3 with a 5.25 ERA. 36 innings pitched, 26 hits, 30 runs, 34 walks, and 37 strikeouts. That lineup again for Western Oklahoma State: Paula, Dunlap, Cruz, Rodriguez, Figueroa, Rosario, LaCruz, McAndrews, Wesson, with Edward Cruz on the mound. Now the starting lineup for the Heartland Hawks at 53-7. Nate Metzger will lead off, his shortstop, Cody Bobbitt. Batting second, the center fielder, Aaron Vogt. The third place hitter is first baseman Dylan Johnson. Hitting cleanup, the DH, Mike Filoni. Batting fifth, the catcher, Mike Whelan. Hitting sixth at third base, Chad Klein. In the seventh spot is the right fielder, Andrew McCafferty. Hitting eighth in left field, Andre Sapena. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Michael Collins. Pitching this evening for Heartland will be David Stagg. Stagg is a left-hander making his seventh appearance, all starts, a 3-1 record with a 2.59 ERA. We'll give you more numbers on Stagg whenever he takes the field. The remaining few motorcycles making their way around the warning track surface at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. This is a year-honored tradition during the World Series, usually on the Thursday night of World Series week. All these motorcycles make their way around the ballpark and then stay around to watch the game. It's just a neat night and a good way to honor Scott Pendleton, who put so much hard work and effort into this World Series, him and his grounds crew, as the fans get entertained for a few moments. The two head coaches shaking hands at home plate, and they're headed back to their respective dugouts. We are nearly ready for baseball here tonight. While we have a chance, we'd love to have you contact us here in the broadcast booth. There's a number of ways to do that. You can visit us on our Facebook page. Go to Facebook and go to CTV Sports. CTV Sports, our Facebook page. Or you can contact us via Twitter. At CTV Sports is our handle. At CTV Sports, or use the hashtag D2Series. That's D, the number 2, Series. Love to hear from you. We had folks from Destin, Florida, sitting on the beach watching the game, from Texas, from Madison, Wisconsin, all over the country and all across the world watching us. And we'd love to hear from you throughout the course of the night. Heartland is the home team. They have taken the field, so let's set a few more of those numbers for David Stagg. We told you he's in his 7th start. All of his appearances have been starts with a 2.59 ERA and a 3-1 record. This year for Stagg, 31 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 29 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned. He struck out 31 and walked 12. He hopes to provide a much better start than a couple of the starting pitchers for Heartland. Their pitching staff has not been a strong suit this tournament. Normally during the year they've been outstanding with a collective 2.94 ERA and an opponent batting average of 242. During the World Series, however, things have been a little bit different as Heartland's pitchers have a 5.33 ERA and an opponent batting average near 300. The defense for Heartland: Sapena, Vogt, McCafferty left to right. Third to first, Klein, Bobbitt, Collins, Johnson, and Whelan will do the catching for David Stagg. If Western Oklahoma State wins this game, they will have 2 cracks at a national championship. Heartland is still 3 victories away from claiming a national title, and it has to start tonight against the hot-hitting Pioneers. So we are set to go. Esteban Paula will stand in from the right side. David Stagg is ready. Glad to have you with us. And the first pitch of the game is a fastball right down central, a called strike. and we are underway. 7:05 our first pitch, just like the big leagues. The 0-1. A bunt that hits Paola. Was he in the batter's box or was he out of the batter's box? He was out of the batter's box and he's out. Esteban Paola tried to bunt, and as he ran down to first, the ball hit him in fair territory, so he is out number one just like that. So 2 pitches and 1 out as Paola tried to drag that bunt down the third base line. Now here's Marty Dunlap, and Dunlap will take a strike at the belt. Game time temperature 77 degrees. It could become a cool night as we go along through the later innings. The 0-1 is upstairs on a breaking ball. Dunlap with 7 hits and 15 at-bats. He has a home run and 4 RBIs during the World Series. And he swings here, hitting a high fly. It's hit well to center. Vogt tracking to the right center field gap, and he makes the catch, racing onto the warning track. 2 outs as Dunlap with a high, long fly ball, but it stayed playable for Vogt. The wind is blowing out of the north, which is out to right field, and in the short porch, 300 feet down that right field line, there could be a lot of long balls that direction. Even fly balls that were hit not that well got out of the ballpark earlier today. That brings in Michael Cruz, who swings and fouls it straight back. Cruz, a left-handed hitter, what a tournament he is having. Basically, he's produced in just that one game to have a monster tournament. A .500 batting average, 7 for 14, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And he swings and misses way out in front of a curveball. I like the move by Nate Metzger to start a left-hander. That kind of negates some of that pop to right field through this lineup. And the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pitch is in the dirt. Whelan has it. He throws to first to make it official, and David Stab with a great start for Heartland. 1-2-3 go the Pioneers. As Heartland comes to bat, we have no score. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
An outstanding start for the Heartland left-hander David Stagg. Exactly what his team hoped would happen. He pitched a 1-2-3 inning. And now Edward Cruz will toe the rubber for Western Oklahoma State. Recapping the Heartland lineup, Cody Bobbitt, Aaron Vogt, Dylan Johnson, Mike Filoni, Mike Whelan, Chad Klein, Andrew McCafferty, Andre Cepena, and Michael Collins. Edward Cruz is from the Bronx, New York. He's a freshman, 6'1", 165 pounds. He has not pitched that much this year for Western, and when he has, he hasn't had a ton of success. 2-3 with a 5.25 ERA. Just 36 innings worked, 30 runs, 26 hits. He's allowed 34 walks and 37 strikeouts. So as you can hear, the strikeout to walk ratio is almost 1-to-1. The walks have been an issue, control has been an issue. He better find a way to throw some strikes against a Heartland team that for the season has an outstanding team batting average of .336, but during the tournament hitting just .225. So Cody Bobbitt will lead it off in this scoreless game as Cruz will take the mound. Bobbitt, the shortstop, is a left-handed hitter. He has doubled up any of his teammates in the hit category during the World Series. Bobbitt is 6 for 14. The next best Hawk has 3 base hits. And Bobbitt looks at a strike on the outside corner at 90 miles an hour. Out of those 6 hits, 2 have been doubles. Bobbitt has scored 5 runs and driven home 3. Third baseman creeping in, guarding the bunt. as the fastball's high and outside, 1-1. The Hawks had a day off. They just sat in that hotel room last night, didn't worry about the weather, enjoyed themselves, got a breather, relaxed, healed up, rested up. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball low, just below the knees. Nate Metzger liked the attitude of his team, said we seem really loose, which is good. They'll finish no worse than third, trying to put themselves in a spot where they can get to the national title game. If they win, they would play Eunice tomorrow night. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Just a hard fastball that Bobbitt was behind. 2-2. Decent crowd that has arrived at this point. Should only get better as the night goes along. The weather should help with the local crowd. It's a gorgeous evening. Cruz shakes off his catcher. Now has the one he wants, and on 2-2, Bobbitt takes strike 3. A fastball knee-high. First strikeout for Edward Cruz, and it brings in Aaron Vogt. You know, the Hawks love the way the weather pattern is tonight. They have a lineup that the first 5 hitters are all left-handed, and 6 of the first 7 are left-handed. All they need to do is hit some fly balls to right field, and they'll score some runs. Vogt batting left, swings and hits a high fly to center field. LaCruz backing up with the glasses on, has a play and makes the catch. There are 2 away. The sun will be an issue for the next probably 45 minutes to an hour until at least the shade and the overhang will knock that sun away. Left fielder and center fielder along with the third baseman have the most trouble with that sun at this point of the night. As with nobody on and 2 outs, here's Dylan Johnson, the first baseman. Hard-hitting Dylan Johnson. Cruz's pitch is taken for a strike at the knees. Johnson, 3rd in the country in batting average at .486. He's 19th in the country in home runs with 11 and tied for 6th with 67 RBIs. The 0-1, high and wide. In the tournament, Johnson is 3 for 9 with a couple of RBIs and 2 runs scored. Just hasn't really been able to get on track through 3 games. Heartland has beaten Catawba Valley twice and lost to Madison. Madison just got knocked out. They finished 4th in this tournament. Johnson swings and fouls it back into the screen. After Heartland's David Stagg pitched a perfect 1-2-3, Edward Cruz trying to do the same thing. The infield is backed up with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Cruz pitches to the big left-hander, Dylan Johnson, and he fouls it off. Free hot dog night here at the ballpark if you have one of the coupons from the Enid News and Eagle. They're cooking those and serving those behind the first base dugout. A free item every night if you have the proper credentials, and that means you're keeping track of the coverage of the tournament. Cruz has wind up another 1-2 pitch. Just a little bit low. Cruz had started toward the dugout. He took 3 steps off the mound. Half of the infield was headed that way also, but the pitch was low to a very tall Dylan Johnson. Johnson's strike zone is higher than most. He is 6'3", 210 pounds. And on the 2-2 pitch, Johnson takes a curve in the dirt. One of the first breaking balls from Edward Cruz, and it's skipped to home plate. If Johnson can reach, Mike Filoni would hit. He is swinging in the on-deck circle. The lights are on here at the ballpark, but we will not need them for at least an hour, maybe even longer. With the bases empty, the payoff pitch. He walked him. Cruz issues a walk to Dylan Johnson after having him down, a ball and 2 strikes. And the first base runner belongs to Heartland, and it gets Mike Filoni to the plate. I'm guessing that LSU Eunice, as they watch this game, is probably a Heartland fan. The way that Western has been swinging the bats, it'll be awfully tough to beat them twice. At least if Heartland wins this game, if you're Eunice, you play a team that has played the same amount of games as you, and a chance to wear down some more of their pitching. As a fastball high and wide to Filoni, and all of a sudden Cruz's control has started to dissipate. Filoni, a big, strong left-handed hitter. In the tournament, though, he's just 2 for 11. Both of those hits are singles with 3 RBIs. Heartland has scored just 16 runs in 3 games. They've had a tough time scoring, but yet they're in this position. The numbers don't seem to add up. On 1-0, Filoni looks at ball 2, way out of the strike zone. Now, one thing to keep thought of, Western Oklahoma State, they changed their pitching rotation for the tournament. They let Erland Santos rest the first couple of games in the hopes that he could pitch against DMAC yesterday, which was the case, but he may not be able to go for the rest of the tournament. Since he did pitch yesterday, can't pitch back-to-back days. On 140 pitches, I wouldn't think, and he probably couldn't even go tomorrow or Saturday. Who knows? The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Filoni chased ball 3, getting impatient on a high fastball. Cruz struck out Bobbitt, got Vogt to fly to center. He walked Johnson on a 3-2 pitch, and now with a 2-1 count on Filoni, there's a runner at first. Just underway in the bottom of the first, Western and Heartland no score. Move goes to first, and the throw gets away down the right field line. Johnson hops up, he heads to second base, and now is in scoring position. A throwing error on Edward Cruz. The pickoff throw was in the dirt. Rodriguez couldn't block it, and it got down the right field line, backed up by Figueroa, the second baseman. Base hit by Filoni could give Heartland the lead. The Hawks out of Normal, Illinois. Just their second ever World Series appearance. Their first was last year. Edward Cruz works off the first base side of the rubber from the stretch position. He's in the sunshine, hitter is in the shade. And on 2-1, Filoni takes way high and outside, not even close. Boy, Cruz was pretty pinpoint for the first 2+ hitters. He had Johnson down 1 and 2, then all of a sudden something has fallen apart for this right-hander. McAndrews is back at third, about midway between the bag and the outfield grass. Rest of the infield deep as well. Outfield playing deeper than normal because of the wind. Wraparound move to second to check on Johnson. He's not going anywhere. He's waiting for Filoni to try to drive him home. Mike Filoni is a very good RBI man. He has 48 this season. And on 3-1, he takes ball 4. Another pitch well out of the strike zone. Back-to-back walks by Edward Cruz, and Kurt Russell's going to come to the mound. Cruz has all the tools. He has the hard fastball. I saw a sharp breaking pitch, but if his command is not there, it could be a long night for Western. You just wonder about their mindset entering this game. Do you try to win it? Of course you try to win it, but do you put more emphasis on winning it than you would another game? Do you throw somebody different, put them on the mound just because you know win or lose you'll be in the championship game? To me, that's an awful big gamble to take. You can win this game tonight, then Eunice has to beat you twice. I like that scenario a whole lot better than taking a day off and playing one game winner take all. We saw that happen last year when Western beat Jones County, Mississippi. Jones County had the day off. They were in the championship game no matter what. Then Western beat them 11-1 for the title. Now we're back to action. Mike Wieland is the hitter. Left-handed hitting catcher, 2 on, 2 outs, bottom of the first. And the pitch, way outside. Boy, Cruz cannot find the strike zone at the moment. Thing was, he was right in there for a long period of time. Runners take their leads, the 1-0. A swing and a long drive, hit to right field. Cruz going back, the ball's over his head. It ricochets off the wall. Johnson is home. They will hold up Filoni at third. It's an RBI double for Mike Wieland, and Heartland jumps on the board first. 1-0 in the bottom of the inning. Cruz was racing back. He put the glove up, trying to deke the runners. It wouldn't matter. There are 2 outs. He played the ball well off the wall, however, and that kept Filoni from scoring from first base. But Mike Wieland delivers the RBI double. It's 1-0 Heartland. Now it's Filoni's, or pardon me. That is Mike Wieland's 3rd RBI of the tournament. and it gives Chad Klein a chance. Klein, the third baseman, is the first right-handed hitter for the Hawks. Base hit could open up a big lead in the first inning. No lead's ever that big against Western. Curveball, swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, and here comes Filoni with the second run. Mike Filoni scores, and it's 2-0 Heartland. Wild pitch by Cruz. Hazel Wesson could not block it. And down to third is Wheeland. About the ideal start for the Hawks. David Stagg pitched a 1-2-3 inning. Then the Hawks come back and get 2 and looking for more in the bottom of 1. Cruz is settled, and the 0-1 pitch. That's over but low, 2-0. Take that back, it's a 1-1 count. Klein did offer at that first delivery. The next, in the dirt again, Wesson scoops it out. Western Oklahoma State already has some bullpen help up, getting loose. Back behind the first base dugout as Elvis Rodriguez and Sean McAndrews both come to talk to Edward Cruz. Cruz, just a freshman, he's out of the Bronx, New York, getting a start here tonight in the World Series, and it seems like the pressure has begun to get to him. And that's after retiring Bobbitt and Vogt very quickly. With the back-to-back walks, the RBI double by Wheeland, and a wild pitch. Now the 2-1 to Klein. Check swing, and he takes it up and in. 3 balls and a strike. McCafferty waits next. This may be the last batter for Cruz if he can't retire him. You know Heartland's going to be very patient. Klein will be looking for 1 pitch and 1 exact spot. As Cruz sets and delivers. Swing and a foul. He got his pitch but missed it. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball down the chute. Klein could not turn it around. Chad Klein has just 1 hit and 9 at-bats during the World Series. He has no RBIs and has not scored any runs. Pick up an RBI here. The 3-2 is fouled off over the right side. On the year, Klein is a .333 hitter with 45 driven home. Very balanced attack for Heartland. They had 7 hitters that have at least 43 RBIs. That's pretty impressive. They lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Edward Cruz set at the belt, and his payoff. Up and in, and Klein takes a walk. The third walk of the inning by Cruz. First and third for Heartland for Andrew McCafferty. Whoever is warming in the bullpen for Western is ready. He has already come back to the dugout and is ready to roll. McCafferty, a left-hander, playing in right field. Trying to build on a 2-0 Hawk lead. McCafferty has 1 hit and 8 at-bats. The runner from first goes. The pitch is high, and there's no throw to second. Cruz did not do a good job at all of keeping Klein close, and he steals second base standing up. The Hawks are a team that coming into the World Series had stolen 206 bases, so they love to run. The 1-0 pitch to McCafferty. That's high and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. If McCafferty reaches, you can almost guarantee that we'll see a reliever for Western Oklahoma State. Can Cruz climb the ladder? And the 2-0. That's over at the knees, a called strike. 2-out rally here for Heartland. 3 walks, a double, an error, and a wild pitch, all mixed together, have equated to 2 runs so far. Second and third with 2 men out. Edward Cruz works off the first base side of the rubber. Now comes set just above the belt, and on his 2-1, it's high and outside. Now pitching depth is always a concern when you get deep into the World Series. At some point, you can flip your rotation back around, but Frias has already pitched. That was last night. Now here's a high pop-up. McCafferty hits it to the shallow part of left center field. Shortstop Rosario is out. He makes the catch and ends the inning. So Cruz avoids further damage, but he gives up 2. 1 hit, an error, and 2 left on for Heartland. After an inning, it's Heartland 2, Western Oklahoma State nothing. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30 degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
A nearly perfect start for Heartland. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning after David Stagg sat down Western Oklahoma State 1-2-3. Pioneers, though, are the most dangerous offensive team in this World Series, and Elvis Rodriguez will lead things off. It's Rodriguez, Figueroa, and Rosario. Just tell by the names that the Pioneers put on the field, a very Latin-influenced club, represented by many of the Caribbean countries. Rodriguez shows bunt, takes it away, and takes a strike over at the knees from David Stagg. The outfielders are shading their eyes against the sun as the fastball is too tall. 1-1 on Rodriguez. Rodriguez 4 for 13 during the World Series, and a curveball's right down central, a cold strike. He does have a home run and 5 RBIs, batting .308 so far through 4 games. This the 5th game for the Pioneers. They've played the most thus far. That's why if there's a 3-team tiebreaker, they would get the break, and they would not play tomorrow, but then play for the championship on Saturday. The 1-2. Check swing on a pitch low. Rodriguez held up. With his home run earlier this week, Rodriguez now has 14. That's tied for 4th in the country. The 2-2. Popped him up, but it's foul and will reach the stands. Western Oklahoma State sitting on the first base side of the field. Heartland on the third base side. Heartland wears their all-white uniforms trimmed in navy blue. Western white pants, green tops trimmed in gold. As Rodriguez swings and misses, chased a high fastball, striking out. 2 strikeouts for David Stagg. He's retired the first 4 Western hitters. That brings in Cesar Figueroa. Figueroa's an interesting story. After only 1 pinch hit roll in the first 3 games of the World Series, he made a spot start last night against Madison. Well, all he did was hit 2 home runs and have a 2-run double. He takes this fastball right through the middle of the plate for a strike. 2-0 Heartland in the top of the second. Stagg holds the glove in front of his face, now delivers. Low and inside, nearly hit the back foot of Figueroa. Cesar did play in 44 games prior to the World Series, so it's not like he was just pulled off the bench without any kind of experience. Hit .321 during the season, now has 7 homers and 29 RBIs. And he takes it low and inside again on a sweeping breaking ball from Stagg. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball's low and inside. Figueroa stepped out of the batter's box without time being granted. He's lucky that Stagg didn't find the strike zone. Figueroa was in no position to swing if it would have been a strike, so he's lucky, and it's 3-1. And the pitch. Raked, fouled, just past the bag at third. Breaks up a couple of birds that were on the outfield turf. Figueroa missed a double by less than a foot. So a 3-2 count on Figueroa. Nobody on base and one away. Here is the 3-2. Swing and a foul, just getting a piece. Shadows are covering the entire first base line, the entire home plate area, and the mound. But the pitcher, his top half, his cap, and when he throws the ball is still in the sunshine. So you wonder if there's any correlation with the batter, if he's still seeing sunshine and then to shade, or if it's all shade for him. Here in about 3 minutes, the entire mound area will be covered in shade, and it won't matter. Another payoff. A fly ball hit to the right center field alley. On the move, Vogt still tracking, dives and can't catch it. It rolls past him, backed up by McCafferty. Figaro into second with a double. The ball was being blown away by the wind and slicing away from Aaron Vogt. He gave it a dive and missed it. But as good right fielders do, McCafferty backed up the play to hold Figaro to a one-out double. That brings the tying run to the plate. Francisco Rosario, the Western shortstop. Rosario so far in the tournament has 6 hits and 13 at-bats. The pitch to him. That's low and inside. Cruz and Dunlap were leading the team with 7 hits apiece in the World Series. Several that had 6, and just a good hitting club. .344 average through 4 World Series games. The 1-0. That's low and inside. Two nothing. Heartland were in the top of the second inning. Runner at second base with 1 out. Stagg behind Rosario, 2-0. And he pitches. Swing and a miss. Blew it right past him. The record for hits is 14 in a single World Series. That's reachable, but it'll be awfully tough. The one mark that might be in jeopardy is Kevin Kiermaier's 12 RBIs. Michael Cruz currently with 9. A strike is called on the inside corner as Rosario thought the pitch was inside, scooted his hips out of the way, but didn't argue. It's a 2-2 count. Vogt shading to right center field. As Stagg comes set, the 2-2 offering. A curveball in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Whelan. Figaro could not advance. Glad to have you with us wherever you're at tonight. Whether you're watching on NJCAA TV or listening locally on KCRC Radio, maybe even listening online at ctbsports.com. The 3-2 pitch to Rosario. Ball 4, it hit him actually. A breaking pitch hits him in the foot. So no chance for Figaro to advance, but there are 2 on for the Pioneers. That will get Sherman LaCruz to the plate. LaCruz, the center fielder, with 9 home runs, 25th best in the country. It's a powerful, powerful Western Oklahoma State team. Stagg delivers. A swing and a foul ball, back up and over. It's a very difficult night, I'm sure, for all the fielders and the hitters involved, just because of where the shadows are at. A lot of folks in the sunshine still, but some of the fielders, including the plate and the mound, in the shade. The 0-1. A curveball low and inside. It's even tough to pick up, and we're up here in the press box. Heartland earned a couple of runs in the bottom of the first inning, getting a double and 3 walks along with a Western error. Pioneers trying to answer. As LaCruz takes a strike over at the knees. An off-speed delivery is 78 miles an hour. A ball and 2 strikes on Sherman LaCruz. Young man from Curacao. And the 1-2 pitch. Just missed on a curveball. LaCruz is lucky that he's still in there. That was a darn good pitch. Just missed. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners. Wraparound move, bluff to second, and Figaro dives back in. The shortstop Bobbitt was late getting there as Figaro bought initially on the move. He took 2 extra steps and had to scramble back in. So Stagg is ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3 up high. Another curveball that missed. So a full count as Western want to put the men in motion. Figueroa, the runner, at second. Rosario at first. The go-ahead run, LaCruz at the plate. Stagg is ready. He wraps around again. Chasing Figueroa back to the second base bag. Western has a reliever ready. We may see somebody new in the bottom half of the second. Runners do not go, and a swing and a line drive's hit down the right field line, but it goes foul. LaCruz going for that right field corner. Just missed extra bases by about 15 feet. Western Oklahoma State has some experience in this ballpark. They played a couple of games here prior to the World Series. The home team, NOC Enid, in the same region and in the same conference as Western. So they play a home-and-home every year. Runners not going, and LaCruz takes ball 4, just a bit below the knees, and that will load the bases with 1 out. Free passes have been a story. Edward Cruz walked 3 Heartland hitters. That led to 2 runs. David Stagg so far has given up a double, hit a man, and walked a man. And it could pay big dividends for Sean McAndrews. With the bases loaded and 1 out, Stagg pitches. McAndrews takes it in the dirt. Good stop by Whelan. Up and down this Western Oklahoma State lineup, you have to be careful. They even bring guys off the bench that are outstanding hitters with extreme power. The 1-0. Hit foul up and over the press box and out of play. Double-deck grandstand at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. Chairback seating from the edge of each dugout all the way back behind home plate. Bench seating behind the dugouts. And on a 1-1 pitch, a swing and a line drives a base hit to right field. That could tie the game. Figueroa is in. Rosario is coming around third. He's going to score. It's a 2-run single by Sean McAndrews, and we're tied up at 2. Over to third went LaCruz. You just can't count Western Oklahoma State out. Their offense is just too good. There have been some years where they haven't had the greatest pitching staff in the world, but yet they can just batter people, batter teams and opponents, and win games. Inning not done yet, first and third for Hazel Wesson, the 9-hole hitting catcher. And Wesson takes a fastball too high. Good piece of hitting by McAndrews to go the other way. Line that base hit over Johnson's head. Stagg works off the first base side and pitches. There's a strike over at the knees. You wonder about Heartland's bullpen scenario. For them, this is a do-or-die situation. It's not for Western. They still have 1 loss to play with. Stagg's 1-1. A soft line drive to second. It's a base hit. Just over the outstretched glove of Collins. In from third is LaCruz, and Western grabs a 3-2 lead on an RBI hit by Hazel Wesson. Collins was playing in, looking for a double play, and he just couldn't stretch out high enough to get that soft line drive. So Wesson drives home a run. That is his 3rd RBI of the World Series. Just like that, Western Oklahoma State has the lead, and they're not done yet with Esteban Paula at the plate. Paula, the left fielder, was out trying to bunt, and the ball hit him in fair territory. He takes this curveball too high. Third baseman Klein is even with the bag. Middle infield halfway, looking for a 2-ball. And Paula takes a strike. Big overhand curve by Stagg right down the middle. Stagg retired the side in order in the first inning and then struck out Elvis Rodriguez to start the second. But a double to the gap by Figueroa. Rosario hit by a pitch. LaCruz walked. A 2 RBI single for McAndrews. An RBI hit by Wesson. Now on 1-1. Paula takes it low and inside. Esteban Paula, a .385 average during the World Series, 5 for 13. He has 6 runs scored. Cruz has scored 7 runs. Stagg's 2-1 pitch. Hit foul up and over. Western Oklahoma State, coming into this game, had scored 37 runs in 4 games, better than 9 runs a contest. They scored 9, 8, 3, then 17, beating Madison 17-11. Trying to go back-to-back for the national championship. Runners at first and second, and 1 out, 3 runs already in. And Paola grounds one, left side, third baseman backs up, bobbles but has it, and Klein throws out Paola on a close play at first. McAndrews makes third, Wesson is at second, but Paola bouncing out into a fielder's choice, 5-3. And there are 2 away for Marty Dunlap. Marty out of Dorchester, Massachusetts. His family has a pub up there, and they watch all the games and hook the computer up to the big screens, and I'm sure are having a pretty good time. They'd be having a better time if Marty could get a hit. He takes a curveball for strike 1 on the inside corner. Base hit to the outfield, could score 2, although Wesson is not the fleetest of foot. 3-2 Western Oklahoma State. The 0-1 pitch, up and in. Marty flew out to deep right center field in his first at-bat, about 380 feet away to that Enid baseball camp sign out there. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a shot, hit well to left. Cepena going back, he gets to the track and makes the play. The ball was just enough off the handle that Cepena could run it down, and that retires the side. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on for Western. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Pioneers have a 3-2 lead. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Edward Cruz only pitches 1 inning in this contest. Western Oklahoma State will go to the bullpen in the second inning, leading 3-2 over Heartland, Illinois. Reed Barnett makes the start. He is a sophomore from Wichita Falls, Texas. 6'3", 185 pounds. For Barnett this year, he has a 2-1 record and a 5.47 ERA. He's pitching in his 16th game, giving up 32 hits, 23 runs, 16 of them earned. He's walked 12 and struck out 24. For Cruz, he really struggled with his command after retiring the first 2 hitters fairly easily. Cruz just goes 1 inning, giving up 1 run, walked 3, or take that back, 2 runs on 1 hit. Walked 3 and struck out 1. So here's Andre Cepena leading off the inning as Barnett will do the pitching. Western now has grabbed that lead, and they need somebody to settle things down on the mound and defensively. Cepena, Collins, and Bobbitt, 8, 9, and 1, due up for the Hawks. Barnett, a right-hander, delivers a fastball for a strike, in there at 91 miles an hour. Third baseman McAndrews plays in front of the bag as Cepena fouls it off over the right side. In the World Series, Andre Cepena has only 1 base hit in 7 at-bats. That was a single. He scored a couple of runs. Trying to be a good leadoff man. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Rodriguez basically smothers it, gets back up, and wins the race to first base. Cepena retired, 3 unassisted. Rodriguez just got down on both knees and buried that baseball in his big body. He wasn't going to let it get through. Leadoff man retired for the second straight inning, and it brings in Michael Collins, the second baseman. Collins has had some big hits thus far in the tournament. Only has one hit, I should say. It was a big one, though. He has a couple of RBIs on that home run that he hit. He takes a pitch outside. Two-run home run against Madison as he takes a strike over the inner half. That earned him the Wings to Go Player of the Game that night. Tell you more about that as the night rolls on. The 1-1 offering. A line drives a base hit to the gap in left center field. LaCruz over to cut it off, and Collins will be held to a solid single. That's the second hit for Heartland, and the tying run is aboard for the top of the order, Cody Bobbitt. The second hit of the World Series for Michael Collins. New supply of baseballs has been run out to the home plate umpire. Bobbitt will stand in. He faced Edward Cruz and struck out, leading off the first inning. 6 hits for Bobbitt to lead all the Hawk players in the World Series. Left-handed batter. And he looks at a strike. Just a whole plethora of left-handed hitters for Heartland. Well, now that's a prerequisite for Nate Metzger to recruit you, but I like it. Fellow lefty saying that. Move to first, back in safely is the runner. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, 3-2, Western Oklahoma State. 2 in the bottom of the first for Heartland, 3 in the top of the second for the Pioneers. And the runner bluffs going, and a swing and a line drive is a shot to the gap in right center field. Collins will make third. It's cut off by Cruz, and Bobbitt has a single. The Hawks going first to third on that hit. And now the tying run and at third base with only 1 away for Aaron Vogt. Well, Barnett has thrown strikes, but he's been hit hard back-to-back. Hard line drive singles. And Vogt can tie this game with a sacrifice fly or a ground ball that's not a double play. This could be a high-scoring affair here tonight. You get deep in these tournaments, and that is sometimes the case. Often it's the case. Barnett steps to third, looks to first. That was nearly a balk. 3-man umpiring crew. Nobody saw it. Nate Metzger kind of put his hands up in the air like, pretty close. It was pretty close, but Barnett got away with it. So Vogt is in. The runner goes from first. The pitch is outside. Wesson's throw not in time. In there safely is Bobbitt with a stolen base. That takes away the potential for a double play. And for Heartland Community College, that is their 211th stolen base of the year. They've only been caught 30 times. Unbelievable. 7 for every 8. Second and third, 1 out. And Vogt swings and lines a base hit to left field. 1 run is in. They will hold up the trail runner Bobbitt. We're tied up at 3 apiece. 3 consecutive singles for the Hawks to tie the game. This just has one of those feels that it could be 17-16, 17-11, kind of like we saw with Western and Madison last night and into today. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. Both teams are getting shy on pitching as Dylan Johnson will stand in. Barnett has allowed 3 straight singles after getting Sapena to ground out. Dylan Johnson drew a walk, moved up on an error, and scored a run in the first inning. He takes a strike over at the belt. Johnson, a big left-handed hitter. I'm sure he's looking at that short portion right field with the wind blowing that way. Barnett steps to third, looks back to first. Looked like Vogt might be taking off to steal. Got to make sure you pick the right time. Vogt is 28 for 30 in the stolen base category. So yeah, he'll probably be going. Barnett is fairly slow to the plate. He is going. The pitch is in the dirt. It gets away. Coming down the line to score is Cody Bobbitt. And over to third goes Vogt. He just kept on running. It's 4-3 Heartland as they have answered Western's 3 runs with a couple of their own. Stolen base for Vogt. He goes to third on the wild pitch as Bobbitt scores. And Western has more bullpen activity getting ready. Johnson could pad the lead, 4-3 Heartland. The 1-1, way high and out of the zone. Edward Cruz started the game, lasted only an inning, giving up 2 runs on a hit and 3 walks. Barnett's problem has been being too hittable, 3 consecutive singles. And Johnson takes a strike right in there, 2-2. If you want offense, get down to the ballpark. You're going to see some. We've already seen 7 runs, and we're just in the second inning. Johnson swings and strikes out. He chased a high fastball well out of the zone. Big out number 2 for Reed Barnett. That keeps Vogt at third with 2 outs for Mike Filoni. Filoni, the designated hitter, walked and scored a run in the first. 4-3 Heartland, bottom of the second inning. 7 combined runs, 7 combined hits. And Filoni takes it high and outside. The 1-0 pitch. A high fly is hit to left center. Easy play for Paula as he fights the sun, going to his left, and he puts away the third out. But Heartland comes back with 2 runs on 3 hits. They strand a runner at third. We're off to inning number 3. It's 4-3 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Pretty good crowd here tonight. They're watching a high-scoring affair as Heartland Community College out of Illinois leads Western Oklahoma State 4-3. We're in the top of the third inning. Thank goodness that tonight the weather should stay exactly like it is right now. Last 2 nights we've had to worry about fighting the weather, and Mother Nature has won a couple of times. We nearly beat her last night, but just didn't quite do it. Had to come back this afternoon and play for 20 minutes or so, as Heartland's going to get a reliever up going to the bullpen. Here is Michael Cruz. And Cruz checks his swing and takes a curveball low from David Stagg. Stagg in 2 innings has walked a couple, struck out 1, and he's hit a batter. And Cruz takes ball 2. Michael struck out to end the first inning, part of a 1-2-3 first. And he swings and misses. He was going for the downs there, looking for his 4th home run of the World Series. Stagg out of the windup, his pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball past him. It'll be Cruz, Rodriguez, and Figueroa. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. He caught him looking on a curveball over the inside corner. Cruz 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Leadoff man gone. Leadoff batter has been sat down all 3 innings. So here is Rodriguez. He was a strikeout victim leading off the second. The pitch to Rodriguez, that's a strike on the inside corner. Well, Stagg struggled last inning, giving up 3 base hits. He hit a man and walked a batter. Curveball catches the outside corner. Brought it in through the back door. 0-2 on Rodriguez. Heartland leading 4-3, top of 3. Rodriguez won't chase a high pitch. A ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Figueroa. Rosario, if anyone can reach. Swing and a miss. A curveball gets Rodriguez. Back-to-back punch-outs are the best 2 Western Oklahoma State hitters. And Stagg now has 4 Ks for the night. Western is kind of an all-or-nothing type team. Here is Cesar Figueroa. He takes the pitch high. They give him all of left center field as Figueroa doubled and scored in the 2nd inning. He takes that on the inside corner at the knees, a called strike. A ball and a strike on Figueroa. Stagg working quickly. He misses low with a changeup. Might have crossed up his catcher. Looked like Whelan was looking for something else and got a changeup instead of a curveball. The 2-1. That just is inside off the corner. Heartland fans wanted the call, didn't get it. So 3-1 on Figueroa. He calls time, trying to break the rhythm of David Stagg. I mean, Stagg is up there getting the ball and pitching. He's got a nice rhythm going. The 3-1 offering. That's a strike. Runs it full on Figueroa, who had taken a step down to first. He's called back. Can Stagg pitch himself a 1-2-3 frame? The answer is, well, still to be determined. Foul ball as Figueroa stays alive on a curve low. There's some room to left center field as on the 3-2 pitch. A shot goes that way. Coming hard is Vogt on the run. He'll get there, put up the glove, and make the play. For the 2nd time tonight, Western Oklahoma State goes 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of 3, 4-3 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Along with Lewis Foster, our producer-engineer on the radio side, Mike Nelson and Tom Nelson, our NJCAA TV crew. Matt Howell back with you at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. Mike Whelan leads off for Heartland in the 3rd inning and takes a fastball outside from Reed Barnett. The 1-0 is over but low, and it's quickly 2-0. Barnett entered the game in the 2nd inning, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. He struck out 1. 4-3 Heartland with the lead. Fastball just missed off the outside corner, and Whelan sitting well. Mike delivered an RBI double. That helped get Heartland on the scoreboard. They would score a run later on a wild pitch. As a fastball is high and a 4-pitch walk to Mike Whelan. And leadoff man is on for the Hawks. And it's Heartland, a team that has been struggling during the World Series to swing the bats, just a .225 average. That has been the more aggressive and so far hotter hitting team. They have the lead on the scoreboard, the lead in the hit column, and they've already stolen 3 bases. So here's Chad Klein. Klein will take a strike right down the middle. Klein drew a walk and then stole a base, but was left stranded in that 1st inning. Moved to first, back in safely is Whelan. It's a gorgeous night in northwest Oklahoma. That storm system that moved through really cooled things off. We never got to 80 degrees today. Fastball's low and outside. Still 75 degrees on this night with basically clear blue skies and a breeze out of the north, about 15 to 20 miles an hour. That's out to right. The 1-1. Popped him up. Out behind second base. Out goes Figueroa. In comes LaCruz. And it's the Western center fielder who will make the catch. One away for Andrew McCafferty. Well, at least for Western's sake, Barnett is throwing strikes. Heartland is like that a little bit better. They've been able to put some solid contact together, getting 3 hits off of this right-hander. And walk to lead off the inning was just the first for Barnett. McCafferty has popped up to shortstop in his only at-bat. Another left-handed hitter for Heartland. Pick over to first, Whelan back in standing up. The Hawks here for the second consecutive year. They went 1-2 in last year's World Series. They won their opening round game but lost 2 straight and have been hoping to build on it. McCafferty takes the ball. They even admitted to us on Friday night during opening ceremonies that, yeah, maybe there was some "we're just glad to be here" syndrome last year, even though they won that first game. They got stuck in a tough part of the bracket and wound up going 1-2. The pick to first base, he was leaning, but he's back in safely. Whelan was off and running. If the pitch would have gone home, he was leaning. Barnett picked over and nearly picked him off. For Mike Whelan this year, he has 11 stolen bases. And McCafferty takes a fastball too high. It's 2-0. Now Barnett's control starting to struggle just a bit. He comes set and delivers. A pop-up. Hit back of third base. Shortstop Rosario is there, but the third baseman, McAndrews, is the one who makes the catch. That's out number 2. Normally, the shortstop will call off that third baseman on a play like that, but McAndrews had a beat on it the entire way. So with 2 outs, it's Andre Cepena. Cepena came into the World Series, well, is still hitting .370 with a homer and 25 RBIs. Just hasn't been able to get going during World Series play. Only 1 hit and 8 at-bats. A pitch out, there's a fastball outside, and the runner was not going. Western Oklahoma State trying to guess right along with Heartland, but Whelan was not off and running. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cepena late on a fastball. Nice crowd, especially on the Western Oklahoma State side of the field. Pretty good contingent of Heartland fans here as well. Barnett ready. The 1-1. Hit foul over the right field side and out of play. Barnett trying to put a little sanity to the pitching side of things for the Pioneers after giving up a pair of runs in each of the first 2 innings. As Cepena takes a curveball too high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andre Cepena out of Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Time is called. Looking down at the roster for Heartland, they've got 1 from Indiana, 1 from Iowa, and a couple from Missouri. Everyone else from Illinois. A lot of local guys. Another move over. Whelan had a very short lead. Now on a 2-2 count, maybe prudent just to wait and see if you get to a 3-2 count. That way you're running no matter what. Barnett, glove against his body, now comes set. The 2-2 pitch. He missed upstairs. It's a 3-2 count, and that means Whelan will get a chance to be running. Rodriguez has been holding the runner on. He'll continue to do that even on this 3-2 pitch. Don't want to give Whelan too good of a jump. Cepena calls time and steps out. Actually, it was the catcher Wesson who called time. 4-3 Heartland, bottom of the 3rd. Runner at first, he'll be on the move. Instead, a move goes to first, and Whelan, who had a short lead, is back in. Zero thrown up in the top of this inning. Barnett trying to do the same. The runner goes, and a swing and a miss. Sapena strikes out on a high fastball that was ball 4. No runs, no hits, a man left on for Heartland in the third. We go to the 4th inning. It's 4-3 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
My future is in natural gas technology.
My future is in teaching.
I'm a future business leader.
My future is in computers and IT security.
My future is in diagnostic sonography.
My future is in human services, but there are a lot of majors to choose from.
Lackawanna College offers over 30-degree programs at 5 locations.
Lackawanna College helped define our futures. Call or visit today and find your future at Lackawanna College.
Where can a washer and dryer become a concert? Where does an old sofa turn into a new discovery? Where does a lamp become a performance or a television become a television station? Where can a mattress beautify Main Street? Only at Park Avenue Thrift, where 100% of the profits from your donations fund community endeavors, making Enid a better place, one donation at a time.
4-3 Heartland going to the 4th inning. We'd like to hear from you. If you're out there watching or listening, contact us a couple of ways. Visit our Facebook page, CTB Sports, our Facebook page, CTB Sports, or via Twitter. Go to @CTB Sports, contact us directly there, or use the hashtag D2Series. That's D, the number 2, Series. Love to hear from you. Give us a shout out. Tell us where you're listening from. Leading off for Western Oklahoma State is Francisco Rosario. And he takes a first pitch fastball down the center of the plate from David Stagg. Stagg had the one rough inning and a couple of 1-2-3 innings sandwiched around. Rosario pulls the bat back on a bunt and takes strike 2. Well, Stagg has been a strike thrower. 1 walk, a hit batter, but 4 strikeouts. And on the 0-2 pitch, Rosario takes a curve in the dirt. To recap the scenarios, if Heartland wins, they will take on LSU Eunice tomorrow at 7, with the winner playing Western Oklahoma State Saturday night for the championship. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball pulled to third. Tough hop, and Klein can't make the play. Rosario will be safe. Chad Klein tried to come get the big hop, and he misplayed it for an error. Rosario reaches. If Western Oklahoma State wins this contest, that means they would take on LSU Eunice tomorrow night at 7 with an opportunity to win the national championship. If Eunice would win that game, we'd play again on Saturday night, winner take all. Leadoff runner on for Western. He's the tying run for Sherman LaCruz. And LaCruz taps one out in front of the mound like a swinging bunt. Catcher has it, flips to first, and the first baseman can't hang on to it. Johnson, as the throw went into the runner, could not catch it, and the first 2 men have reached. That'll be an interesting ruling. It was a swinging bunt by LaCruz, rolled up the first base line. Catcher got to it and is wheeling through. Johnson couldn't hang on. That's back-to-back errors committed by Heartland. We'll call it on the throw as Johnson had to catch that ball into the runner. So 2 men are on for Sean McAndrews. McAndrews has a 2 RBI single already, and he takes a pitch low. David Stagg comes set. 2 on, no outs. The 1-0. In the dirt. Good stop by Whelan. Whelan's been a wall back there behind the plate, blocking everything. Key spot for Western, the 2-0 pitch. That's low and in the dirt. There is a reliever ready for Heartland if need be. Stagg trying to settle down after a couple of errors in this inning. The 3-0. That's ball 4, low and inside, and a 4-pitch walk will load the bases with nobody out for Western Oklahoma State. Conversation coming to the mound from the pitching coach at Heartland. Do the Hawks want to make a move this early? Fans, stay with us. After each and every game of the World Series, we'll name our Wings to Go players of the game. Wings to Go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They are, of course, have simply great wings, but they also have burgers, salads, wraps, and a whole lot more. Stop by and tell Brian that you heard us here during the World Series when you see him at Wings to Go, don't you know? Sponsor of our player of the game. Long conversation out on the mound. Hazel Wesson is the scheduled hitter, and they're going to leave David Stagg in the game. Heartland has the confidence in the left-hander to work out of this mess. It's a 4-3 Heartland lead, top of the 4th inning. Problem is, you are down to your last loss. Heartland already has a loss, but you think big picture. You also have to understand that you are a little bit shy on pitching. Some guys you just can't use tonight. So Wesson is in, and the pitch to him. A swing and a miss. Wesson was going for a grand slam. We've already seen one of those in this tournament. That came from Michael Cruz late last night. The pause and the 0-1. Curveball high and outside. Base is loaded up for the Pioneers, trying to get the game tied or maybe even the lead. In on 1-1, Wesson takes it low. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. That's over at the knees, a called strike. Wesson didn't like the call. Stagg gets that call, so a 2-2 count. Runner at third, Rosario. LaCruz at second. McAndrews at first. And Wesson taps it foul, staying alive. Tough pitch to handle. It was a good, sharp curveball. He just got a piece of it. A 2-2. A swing and a foul ball. Back up and over. Well, Wesson is staying alive. He's had a pretty good tournament. Trying to drive home the tying and go-ahead runs. The pitch to him. Hard smash foul wide of first base. Western Oklahoma State, they're always loud, boisterous, and they are excited to be here and excited about their chances to win a second consecutive national championship. With nobody out in this top of the 4th inning, down a run. Stagg is set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's one big out for Heartland as Wesson down on strikes. Now it's Esteban Paola's turn. From the stretch position, Stagg is set. The pitch to Paola. High for a ball. Jess is listening from Auburn, Alabama, and she's cheering on her little brother, David Stagg, in Heartland. She wants David to get out of this jam. The 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. There's a future recruit from Heartland listening in tonight, Trevor Story from Huntington, Indiana. He says he's going to be a Hawk next year and is watching the game. The 1-1 pitch. Paola takes almost to the backstop. Great save by Whelan. Marissa Baker is watching the game on the internet. Having a tough time with it, I guess. Sorry about that, Marissa. Paola swings and misses. He's in a 2-2 count. Can Western take advantage of a bases loaded, nobody out scenario? Stagg is ready. He checks the runners and pitches. Strike 3 called. Paola is frozen on a curveball. Back-to-back punch-outs and a key spot. David Stagg doing the job so far, but he has to take care of Marty Dunlap now. 6 strikeouts for Stagg. He's done the hardest part, getting the first 2. But Dunlap is maybe the toughest out of the 3. He takes a pitch high. All Marty Dunlap did this year was hit in the top 20 in the country with a .431 batting average. Stagg is ready. The 1-0 pitch. A swing and a foul straight back into the screen. Runner at third, Rosario reached on an error. LaCruz reached on an error. McAndrews walked. And on 1-1, a ground ball pulled to third is foul, just past the bag. Well, David Stagg is now 1 strike away from getting through this unscathed. Boy, would that be something. The pause, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a job by David Stagg. Bases loaded, nobody out. Facing one of the best hitting teams in the country, Stagg strikes out the side and consecutive hitters to get out of the jam. Western leaves 3 after a pair of errors and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-3 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Certus iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
As Stagg strikes out the side after seeing the bases loaded with nobody out. Can Heartland ride that momentum here in the 4th inning? Michael Collins leads things off. Not only is Michael having a very successful tournament, but his dad is doing the same thing back in Illinois. Apparently, Michael's dad, Jim, is the coach at Normal U High School. They're in the Class 2A state tournament this weekend. The 1-0 pitch. A strike right down central. Reed Barnett still in the game for Western Oklahoma State. He's pitched 2 innings so far, giving up 2 runs. And the Hawks lead it 4-3. The 1-1. A solid line drive, base hit to center field. Michael Collins is 2 for 2. And a hit leading off the 4th inning. So it's back to the top of the order for Cody Bobbitt. You can get your 9-hole hitter on in front of the top part of this lineup, you're in business, as Barnett has been fairly hittable so far. That's the 4th hit he has allowed. And the pitch to Bobbitt is just a bit low. A lot of noise being made down below. The 1-0 delivery. A swing and a long one to right. Back goes Cruz. He looks up and this one is gone. It's a 2-run homer for Cody Bobbitt. And Heartland is in front 6-3. Bobbitt's 8th hit of the World Series, his first home run. And the Hawks ride the momentum from their pitcher in the last half inning to a 2-run inning so far in the bottom of the 4th. Heartland trying to stick around for at least one more day. They lead Western, the only undefeated team left in the tournament, 6-3. That ball was tattooed over the right field wall. Now it's Aaron Vogt. There's a fastball outside. Connor Blythe is watching the game tonight. He says he's a former teammate of David Stagg's, and he's watching the game from Iowa, saying, "Get it done, David." As Vogt hits a fly ball to center. There is Sherman LaCruz. He'll track it and make the catch. First out of the inning. Samantha Michelle Betts is cheering for Western. She's rooting for them all the way from Altus. The 3 S's on the end of Altus kind of messed me up. She'll say she'll be here tomorrow. The 7 N's on the end of Western also messed me up. Here's a strike to Dylan Johnson. She's just excited about the Pioneers, which you can't blame her. However, they are behind 6-3 as a fastball is upstairs. 1-1 on Dylan Johnson. He's 0 for 1 tonight, but he has walked and scored a run that came in the first inning. And he takes way outside. Johnson back in and on the 2-1 pitch. He swings and hits a high fly. It's hit well to left center. LaCruz, though, tracking. He's got a bead and makes the catch in deep left center field. Johnson, a strong man, hit that ball farther than I initially thought. Abigail Whelan wants a shout out for her and Izzy. She's the sister of course, Mike Whelan, who is coming up in the on-deck circle. So hi out there to Abby and Izzy. Jeffrey Bourgeois also wants a shout out. He's rooting for Western. As here's a high fly by Filoni to left field. Sherman LaCruz will take care of all 3 outs consecutively, but not before the 2-run home run by Cody Bobbitt. A couple of runs for Heartland on 2 hits. They leave no one. We're through 4 at the World Series. We'll pause now. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get free. It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500
3-run cushion over Western Oklahoma State, their biggest lead of the night. The Pioneers had a lead at one point. It was 3-2. Heartland has since fought back to score 4 unanswered. 3, 4, and 5 due up against David Stagg. Boy, Western missed a golden opportunity in the last inning as Cruz takes a strike at the knees. Cruz 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And on 0-1, he squares to bunt and pushes the bunt foul. Western had the bases loaded with nobody out and did not score. 3 consecutive strikeouts by Stagg of Wesson, Paula, and Dunlap. Those are 3 tough guys to strike out. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and down for the 3rd time is Michael Cruz on strikes. Does David Stagg have the secret out or what? 8 punch-outs for this left-hander. He is shutting down a team that was absolutely on fire coming into the game. Now it's Elvis Rodriguez who has struck out twice. And he hits a high drive well to right center. This ball is tracking deep, and it is off the top of the triple-deck Jumbotron. Rodriguez has to stop at second with a double. An absolute bomb that does not leave the yard. Anywhere else in this ballpark, that's long gone, but it hit the top of the triple-deck Jumbotron and stayed in play. There are some gaps in it that if it goes in one of those gaps, yeah, it might leave the ballpark, but it hit high off of that thing and stayed in play. Wow. That is some sheer power right there. David Stagg is lucky that ball stayed in the yard. And now it's Figueroa. Cesar with a double, a run, and a flyout. He's 1 for 2. He takes a curveball too high. Looks like that thing hit up around where it says World Series champions, I believe. That is an absolute crushed fly ball. The 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. That double stops the string of 4 consecutive strikeouts for Stagg. He has walked just 1, struck out 8, and hit a batter. He's allowed 4 hits. Figueroa swings and misses. He was late. You have to be prepared for the off-speed stuff of Stagg, and that 83-mile-an-hour fastball becomes sneaky fast because of it. That big overhand hook. He works off the first base side and pitches, and Figueroa takes it in the dirt. Western trying to make some noise down to our right. They occupy the first base dugout. Heartland in the third base side. 6-3 Heartland, top of the 5th. The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, almost hit him. It's a walk to Figueroa. So that brings the tying run to the plate in the person of Francisco Rosario. Third walk given up by Stagg. Rosario has been hit by a pitch tonight and scored a run. All of Western's runs came in the second inning. They had 3 runs on 3 hits. There is help ready in the bullpen for Heartland. They've had somebody warming for the last couple of innings. Mike Whelan is out taking a chat, discussing the scenario. Double by Rodriguez off the Jumbotron. A walk to Figueroa. And here comes Nate Metzger out of the dugout. Stagg, if he leaves, will not qualify for the win, and Heartland's going to go to the bullpen. What an effort by David Stagg. He gave Heartland exactly what they needed, and that's a good, solid start. So with 2 on and 1 out, we're in the top of the 5th inning. We're going to take a timeout. It's Heartland 6, Western 3. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Heartland will go to the bullpen in this top of the 5th inning as Western Oklahoma State has the tying run coming to the plate. First and second for the Pioneers with 1 out, and Heartland goes to their ace, Jeremy Stowichny. He started the opening round game against Catawba Valley and will come on to pitch tonight. He did not get a decision in that game, went 6 innings, giving up just 1 run. It was earned on 4 hits, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Unfortunately for him, the bullpen did not hold down at the lead at the time, but Heartland did go on to win the game. Some of the overall numbers for Stowichny this year: he's 8-0 with a 3.22 ERA. His 13th appearance, just the second out of the bullpen. And he will face Francisco Rosario with runners at first and second, and one away in the top of the fifth. Heartland leading by 3. And Rosario takes a curveball for a strike. Nice tight spin on that curve. In there for strike 1. Rosario has been hit by a pitch. He scored a run and reached on an error. At second, Rodriguez, Figueroa at first. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Stowichny had him way out in front on a breaking ball. A lot of hitting room to left center field for Rosario. Pioneers let a golden opportunity go by the wayside last inning, leaving them loaded. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second out of the inning as Stowichny comes on and strikes out Rosario. Now it's Sherman LaCruz. LaCruz has also drawn a walk, scored a run, and reached on an error. Heartland has made a couple of errors. Nearly cost him a couple of runs last inning, but Stagg got out of it unscathed. Here's a pitch in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Runner going to try to advance and will. Only Rodriguez was able to make third. Figueroa stayed put at first base. But Rodriguez read that ball well in the dirt, took off and made it safely. We're in the top of the fifth inning, a 6-3 Heartland lead. And the pitch to LaCruz. A swing and a line drive to right. McCafferty right there makes a head-high catch, and that ends the inning. Western strands a couple more runners. They've left 7 for the night. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. We go to the bottom half of the fifth. Heartland 6, Western 3. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Heartland maintaining a 6-3 lead in the bottom of the fifth inning. Want to say a big hello to Katie Marley, Marty Dunlap's girlfriend, watching from Boston. She says, "Go Western." Love to hear from you. You can either tweet us or Facebook us at CTV Sports. That's the big one you got to know, both Facebook and Twitter, or the hashtag D2Series, D the number 2 series. First pitch fastball is a strike on the outside corner to Mike Whelan. And the 0-1. A swing and a high fly hit well to center. LaCruz getting spun around, has a bead, and makes the catch, backpedaling toward the wall in center field. Whelan flies out. Brennan Floss says that his boy, David Stagg, got out of that inning. Been doing that since they were little kids, so he's a big fan of Heartland. And David's sister, Jess, continues to give shout-outs because she was impressed with the way he worked out of that jam. There's a line drive base hit to the gap in right center off the bat of Chad Klein. Klein going to go for second. As LaCruz cuts it off, he'll make it standing up. Klein drives a double to the right center field alley. And Heartland hoping to build on their lead, a runner in scoring position. Reed Barnett continues to pitch for Western Oklahoma State. He's been fairly hittable, allowing 4 runs thus far. That's the 6th hit he has allowed, including the 2-run homer to Cody Bobbitt. So now it's Andrew McCafferty's turn. And McCafferty fouls one off. He's having a tough time hitting too many pop-ups. He popped up in the first inning and popped up in the third. Western pitchers have done a good job on him getting in on his hands. That was Klein's first hit tonight. Now the 0-1. Nubbed off the end of the bat, foul. This Heartland team is swinging the bats much better tonight than they have at any other point during the World Series. It's amazing what a day off can do for you. Had a chance to relax and just recuperate after playing 3 games. And they lead Western Oklahoma State 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Don't forget, Heartland is the number 2 ranked team in the country, so it's not like they shouldn't be in this spot. Last year they came into the World Series ranked number 1. Barnett's 0-2. A swing and a shot hit well to right center, but playable for Cruz. He'll get there to make the catch. Runner tags. Here comes the throw to third. Too late. Klein advances after tagging up as McCafferty flies out to right field. Everything hit in the air to right. You just kind of hold your breath with that wind blowing like it is. 2 outs in the inning, and it'll be up to Andre Cepena, the left fielder. Cepena has bounced out to first base and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Cepena was a second baseman for most of the season, but was asked to move to the outfield and did it willingly. And he takes a fastball too high from Barnett. On deck is Michael Collins. Heartland would like to get to him the way he's swinging the bat. Western trying to put out this rally. Another fastball just upstairs. 2-0 on Cepena. Heartland got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. They lead it 6-3 in the bottom of 5. Cepena takes this one too tall, up above the belt. So Barnett has fallen behind 3-0. Reed Barnett has walked 1 since coming on, but he's given up 6 base hits. And the 3-0 pitch, upstairs, not even close. A walk to Cepena. That does get Collins to the dish. No activity for Western Oklahoma State. This is Barnett's game for now. And Michael Collins will stride in. Collins is 2 for 2, a pair of singles and a pair of runs. Young man that had just 1 hit in 10 at-bats prior to tonight during the World Series. And he's shining at the exact right time. The outfield plays him to hit the other way. It's where Collins has both his line drives. Move to first, back in safely, Cepena. Another good crowd on hand for this feature game. The Enid Cardinals are here. They're backing Heartland on the first or third base side, I should say. Runner goes from first. The pitch, a strike, and no throw. Cepena will steal the base standing up. Without even a throw, Wesson just let him go. So a base hit by Collins could drive home 2 more. You need those against a team like Western that can score so quickly. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up into foul territory. That should reach the unplayable area and will. Landing on top of Grand Avenue Lighting, which butts back up against the ballpark. 0-2 on Michael Collins. Heartland has out-hit Western 7-4. They've outscored him 6-3 and also have made 1 more error, 2-1. Barnett trying to get out of this jam. Second and third and 2 outs. 0-2 on Michael Collins and the pitch. Upstairs. Couldn't get Collins to chase. Kelsey Lowry with the Lady Hawks wants to give a shout out to the Heartland Hawks and says, keep it up, guys. Go all the way. The 1-2 pitch. Just missed a little bit low. Barnett hopping up and down on the mound. He thought he had strike 3. He does not get the call. Runner at third is Chad Klein, Sapena at second. And on the 2-2 pitch, it's upstairs, a full count. Dangerous Cody Bobbitt is looming in the on-deck circle. Barnett had Collins down, 0-2. It's now 3-2. And the payoff pitch, a foul ball back into the upper deck to our right. Heads up over there, folks. The outfield is playing straight away for Western all the way around. Infield is as well, and everybody's deep. Collins, who is 2 for 2, and a good fight with Barnett. Another payoff. Just missed off the outside corner, ball 4, and Collins draws a walk. That's back-to-back walks given up by Barnett, 3 overall on the night, and 6 walks collectively as a pitching staff for Western. And that gives Bobbitt a chance to bust this game open with the bases loaded and 2 outs. His last at-bat, Cody Bobbitt hit a 2-run homer over the right field wall. With an open stance, the pitch to him. That's a strike at the knees. With his 2 hits tonight, Bobbitt now is 8 for 16 in the World Series. A perfect, or not a perfect, but an even .500. The 0-1, up and away. It's the Hawks and their fans making all the noise. Sitting on the third base side, joined in with the Enid Cardinals and the local fans that are supporting the folks from Illinois. Barnett is ready, the 1-1. A strike on the inside corner. Tough pitch by Barnett, perfectly placed. Nate Metzger claps his hands in the third base coaching box with some final instructions for the runner there, Chad Klein. Bobbitt down 1-2. The pitch comes. Popped him up. Out to second base. Figueroa calling for it. And from the outfield grass makes the catch. Barnett avoids any damage. A hit and 3 men left on. So far, the Hawks have stranded 7. We're off to inning number 6 with Heartland leading Western Oklahoma State 6-3. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Heartland 6, Western Oklahoma State 3. We go to the 6th inning. A quick drag of the field by Scott Pendleton and his grounds crew. What a job they have done this week. Our friends Rick Evans and Jeremy Heiss, Ray Don Leeton, and a whole lot of other guys that volunteer their time during the week to help out. Now always re-drag the field after the bottom of the 5th just to keep it nice and fresh for the guys enduring every game. So we go to the 6th inning, and Western Oklahoma State back at the plate. So far, the combination of David Stagg and Jeremy Stowichny has shut down a very potent Western Oklahoma State lineup. The Pioneers got 3 hits in the 2nd inning and scored 3 runs, and you thought they might take off after that. That is all they have scored. Since then, just 1 base hit over those next 3 frames. Sean McAndrews leads it off against Stowichny. And he swings and fouls one back up and over the backstop. Western has stranded 7 runners so far tonight. They've had a tough time getting the big key hits when they need them. The 0-1 pitch. A changeup for a strike. I'll take that back. That was a fastball, 88 on the gun. Just gliding in there from Stowichny. He's got some power in that right arm. The 0-2. That's high for a ball. Couldn't get McAndrews to chase. Wesson and then Paula are the three scheduled hitters. If anyone can reach, Marty Dunlap. The 1-2. Hard line drive and a base hit. Back up through the box. Great job to adjust on that pitch by Sean McAndrews. He was looking fastball, got a curveball, almost stopped his swing, mid-swing, and then continued on, gliding a single back up through the middle. The starting pitcher, David Stagg, goes 4 1/3 innings, giving up just 3 runs on 4 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 8, did hit a man. All of those runs are earned, but he did not qualify for a victory. As Hazel Wesson with a swing and a miss. You have to go 5 to qualify for the win, and Stagg did not do that. It's now Stowichny's game. But what Stagg did do was give Heartland exactly what it needed. It's a quality start against a good hitting team as Wesson swings and misses again. He's down, no balls and 2 strikes. Strikeouts have been an issue, 9 thus far for the Pioneers in this game alone. And we're only in the top of the 6th. The pause, the 0-2. Ground ball pulled to third, Klein up with it. He goes to second, out, back to first, no! The first baseman, Johnson, did not make the dig on the ball that was thrown low. It probably should have been a double play, but Collins' throw was just a little bit too low for Johnson to dig out of the dirt. Wesson reaching on the fielder's choice. McAndrews is out, 5-4. Now it's Esteban Paula. Paula, who is 0 for 3. He's been a big spark plug for this team. Not been able to get much going today as he swings and misses, going for the downs. The little man was trying to hit one out of here. He was called out on a bunt attempt in the first inning, also bounced out and struck out. Paula swings and misses on a curveball in the dirt. These off-speed deliveries from Stowichny and Stagg before him have really tied up a good hitting Western team. Runner at first with 1 out. Heartland leads 6-3. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. That was a hanging curveball from Stowichny on an 0-2 pitch. He got away with it. Was probably trying to bury it in the dirt and left it over the heart of the plate. He's lucky Paula didn't tattoo it into the gap. But Stowichny got away with it, so he settles. Another 0-2 with the runner going. It's a pop-up on a hit and run into shallow right field. Outgoing the second baseman. Right fielder comes in, McCafferty, and he makes the catch on the run. Back to first goes Wesson. Out number 2 in the books. Just odd not to see Western Oklahoma State have offensive success. And right now, they've been just baffled by the combination of Stagg and Stowichny. That includes Marty Dunlap, who is 0 for 3. The team's leading hitter at a .431 average. Does not have a base hit. Paula is 0 for 4. Dunlap 0 for 3. Cruz 0 for 3. And Marty hits a fly ball to center field. He'll be 0 for 4. There's Aaron Vogt to make the catch. Heartland gets through the 6th unscathed. The leadoff base hit goes by the wayside. We head to the bottom of the inning. 6-3 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Heartland Community College out of Illinois trying to win tonight to stay alive and get a shot at LSU Eunice tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. If Western Oklahoma State wins this game, Western could win the national championship tomorrow night, but a 3-run lead for the Hawks, and they will send up 2, 3, and 4 in their lineup. Reed Barnett staying on to pitch. Western does have a reliever getting ready in the bullpen. Now we're starting to get to the middle to late innings, where everything becomes a little more magnified. Can the Hawks continue to put offensive pressure on Western? They have 3 innings where they've scored a pair of runs. As Vogt looks at a strike. Aaron Vogt has an RBI hit and a couple of flyouts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Right over top of a changeup. Good pitch by Barnett. Nice arm action. Looked like a fastball, but wasn't. Barnett has a pair of strikeouts, looking for his third. The 0-2. In the dirt, nearly hit the foot of Vogt. Game time tomorrow night is 7 o'clock. It'll be LSU Eunice who will join them. The 1-2. Line drive the other way. That's a hit to left. Over top of Rosario and in front of Paola. Vogt with a 2-hit night. That'll bring in Dylan Johnson. Johnson still really yet to get going. Young man that came into the tournament 3rd in the country with a .486 batting average. He has 3 hits and 11 at-bats. He has walked and scored in this game. One of numerous lefties in the lineup for Heartland. Move goes to first, and a great save by Rodriguez. The ball nearly got down the line. As Barnett picked over, he almost threw it away. Barnett from the high set, another move over. May be stalling for time until that reliever is ready in the bullpen. The dugout is calling for those pickoff moves. Barnett stares in for the sign, comes set, and again picks to first base. Will we see a coach emerge from that dugout any second? There is that potential. A few pickoff moves over there to kill some time and let that reliever get a few more pitches in. Here's a pitch to Johnson. A strike on the outside corner. Good delivery by Barnett. Johnson was 3rd in the country with a .486 batting average, 19th in America with 11 home runs, and tied for 6th with 67 driven home. Another move over, and Vogt dives back in. Vogt is definitely a dangerous runner. Pitch by Barnett. Popped him up. Out into shallow center field. Out goes Rosario. In comes LaCruz. And it's the center fielder, LaCruz, who makes the catch. Well, Johnson's struggles continue. Couple of flyouts tonight. That's the first out of the inning and gets Filoni to the plate. The 3 and 4 hitters for Heartland, who were their 2 best hitters and 2 big RBI guys, have just a combined 5 hits so far in the World Series. Filoni only has 2. He does have a walk and a run scored this evening. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth for Heartland. Pitch out, runner not going. The Hawks' average entering tonight was just .225 in the World Series, but they do have 8 base hits. They've out-hit Western 8-5. The 1-0. That's over at the knees for a strike. LSU Eunice earlier today eliminated Madison College 9-0. Pitch outside to Filoni. 2 balls and a strike. The last 2 games for LSU Eunice, they've eliminated DMAC and Madison by a combined 22-0 in a combined 12 innings. Another move to first. Throw was off the mark. Vogt back in, standing up. A cool night in northwest Oklahoma. Very welcomed after the warm weather we've had, the hot weather we've had. Filoni takes a pitch low. It's 3 balls and a strike. Whelan waits in the on-deck circle. Only 1 out in this bottom of the 6th inning. Reed Barnett came into the game. He started the 2nd and has been out there ever since, as Filoni spoils 1 foul over the left side. We near 9 o'clock. Of course, both teams playing in this are from the Central Time Zone. Doesn't mean everyone out there that's watching or listening. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Rosario bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. Rosario, taking 2 steps to his right, was looking for a double play, probably was going to have it, but he didn't field the ball cleanly. And so Filoni reaches on the E6, the 2nd error committed by Western tonight, and 2 are on for Mike Whelan. He could really open up the game with a big hit. Whelan already has an RBI double. He's walked and he's flown out to center field. No more activity in the bullpen. Whoever was throwing for Western, they are ready. Whelan, the left-hander, against the righty Reed Barnett. Barnett from the high set, delivers. Inside, it skips to the plate. Good stop by Hazel Wesson. Mercy. That was a difficult pitch to block, but Wesson did it beautifully, keeping the runners right where they're at. Heartland left the bases loaded last inning and failed to score as Whelan grounds it foul past the bag at first. Now they have 2 more men on in the 6th inning. They've stranded 7 for the game. It was a week ago on Monday that Heartland finally qualified for the World Series. They had some rain problems during their district tournament. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball pulled to the right side. Rodriguez backhands. He throws to second, out, back to first, and the ball gets away. It was dropped by the pitcher. Here comes the runner home. He'll score. Vogt will score from second as the pitcher, Barnett, covering the bag, could not hang on to the throw from shortstop. 2 errors in the inning on Western, and it's now 7-3 Heartland. That looked like a surefire double play as Rodriguez got the out at second, and the throw back to the pitcher covering first got away. 2 outs in the inning, and Heartland has a run across. It's 7-3. Filoni is out on that play, 3-6. So 2 down for Chad Klein. And Klein takes the ball low and away. We'll give the pitcher the air as Barnett looked to be there. He just didn't catch the ball. That's always tough when you're on the move, but you have to make that play. Now the 1-0. Check swing, but Klein went too far. Chad has a double and 2 trips. He's also walked. Heartland continues to build their lead. This is the biggest it's been at a 4-run cushion. Barnett pitches. Check swing, and he went too far again. Klein could not keep the bat head back. A 1-2 count on Klein. McCafferty in the on-deck circle. Barnett delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt. This time Klein did not offer. They won an appeal and no swing. That was not even close in my opinion. Klein able to keep the bat back. Nate Metzger told me before the game his team looked loose. They've played loose, and they have a 4-run cushion against a very dangerous team. Barnett's pitch. Ground ball chopped in the hole to shortstop. Up with it, Rosario, and he throws to second to get the out just ahead of Wheeland on the slide. But Heartland picks up an unearned run on a hit, 2 errors, and a man left on. We go to the 7th inning. It's Heartland 7, Western Oklahoma State 3. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30-degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
Heartland is up the lead to 7-3. We go to the top of the 7th inning. The Hawks have exactly what they want, a multi-run lead and their ace on the mound. You've got to give a lot of credit tonight to David Stagg, young man that hadn't pitched all that much this year, but threw 4 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 8, and there was one big turning point in this game. We were in the 4th inning. It was 4-3, the lead for Heartland. And Western Oklahoma State had taken advantage of a couple of errors and a walk and had the bases loaded with no outs. That's when Stagg struck out 3 consecutive hitters to get out of the inning unscathed. Michael Cruz leads it off for Western and takes a strike on a changeup at the knees. Jeremy Stowichny's been nailed since coming on to finish off the 5th frame. The 0-1. A swing and a long one that is foul, and it's going to leave the yard and leave everything else, but it also leaves foul. The ball was tattooed by Michael Cruz. Cruz has the silver sombrero. That's 3 strikeouts tonight. Stowichny has him set up at 0-2. The pitch. That's outside. This Heartland team has pitched him very tough. 2 of the strikeouts have been swinging, 1 looking, and a steady diet of breaking stuff. As Cruz swings and strikes out again. Another curveball. He couldn't handle it. And 4 strikeouts for Michael Cruz. Just 24 hours after he set a World Series record with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs in a game, he has struck out 4 times tonight. Stowichny now with his 2nd strikeout, and it brings in Elvis Rodriguez. Rodriguez has a couple of strikeouts, but also a double. And he takes a fastball low. The infield, outfield all deep for Heartland. It's a curveball at the knees for a strike. Rodriguez's double went high off of the jumbotron in right center field. He tattooed it. Problem was it didn't leave the yard. He swings and misses way out in front of a changeup. So a ball and 2 strikes on Elvis Rodriguez. Stowichny's feeling it now. He's working quickly, and the 1-2 pitch. Curveball just outside, missed off the corner. Stowichny takes the cap off to wipe the perspiration from his brow. Now he's ready to go. The 2-2 to Rodriguez is in the dirt. A full count. Figueroa will be next, and if anyone can reach, Rosario. Western Oklahoma State down to its final 8 outs of the night. They want a chance to play in the title game, still undefeated. The 3-2. A swing and a long one to left. You can forget about this one. It will leave the ballpark. Over the 363 sign in left center field, Elvis Rodriguez. with his second home run of the World Series. Unfortunately for Western, for their fans, nobody was on base, but Rodriguez, a solo shot, cuts the lead to 7-4. Western Oklahoma State continues to just hit multiple home runs. That's their first one tonight, their 9th so far of the World Series. And Cesar Figueroa takes a strike. Figueroa with the double and a run. He's flown out and walked. It's now 7-4, Heartland. Swing and a miss. Figueroa way out in front of a changeup. These Western hitters love the fastball, but at times they have trouble with the breaking stuff. Stowichny's 0-2. Curve in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. No harm, no foul. Nobody on base. That run in the bottom of the 6th inning, that unearned run, could wind up being huge for Heartland. As Figueroa grounds it foul, pulling it into the Heartland dugout on a couple of hops. Take away that unearned run, it's a 6-4 game, and you're looking at a bloop and a blast if you're Western. Now you're still down 3 runs, and the outs are getting few and far between. Stowichny's 1-2. Figueroa reaches and hits a high fly into right field. McCafferty comes on and makes the catch. That's out number 2. Another off-speed pitch. Figueroa out in front. He went reaching for that breaking ball. All he could do was flip it to right field. So 2 are away for Rosario. Tonight for Rosario, he's 0 for 2, being hit by a pitch and scoring a run. That breaks the string of 4 consecutive scoreless innings for Western, that home run by Rodriguez. Rosario squares to bunt, takes it away, and takes the ball. The Pioneer shortstop, the third baseman drawn in. Rosario looks at ball 2. If he could get on, LaCruz would be next. This Western team can erupt at any moment, so you never want to sleep on them. The 2-0. Inside, but a called strike. It clipped the corner. Just the reaction of Rosario. He does not like the inside pitch. It's always scooting his hips back, and so he makes you believe that it's in off the plate. It's where people have pitched him all tournament. And he takes a strike right down central. Stowichny has it back at 2-2. Out of the full windup, here is that 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a curveball. Inning over. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Stowichny. A solo home run by Rodriguez, the lone blemish. As the fans stand and stretch, it's Heartland 7, Western Oklahoma State 4. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Certus iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
To book your Enid getaway, go to visitenid.org or call 877-999-ENID.
Seventh inning stretch is over, and Heartland trying to build on a 7-4 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Andrew McCafferty takes a ball low and away from Reed Barnett. Barnett has thrown a lot of strikes, but he has given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned. The 1-0 pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Barnett out of the full windup, delivers. Ground ball raked foul past the bag at first. Today for McCafferty, he has grounded out, he has popped out 3 times. Once to shortstop, once to third, and he's flown out to right field. 0 for 3 day for the Heartland right fielder. A slightly open stance, and Barnett's 1-2. Grounded up the middle. Shortstop can get to it. A sliding play, throw to first, and safe. McCafferty beats it. What a play by Francisco Rosario just to get to that ground ball, sliding behind the bag, but McCafferty with an infield single. Leadoff runner on for Heartland in the 7th. Heartland's had their leadoff man on now 4 times out of 7 chances. He has scored twice out of those previous 3. You may see Heartland start to play some small ball now that they know they have just 6 outs to get defensively. Speaking of which, Cepena squares to bunt, takes it away, and takes a pitch low. Seven to 4, Hawks with the lead. The 1-0. Cepena takes ball 2 after squaring around. Now Barnett needs to get it over the plate. Cepena trying to give up his at-bat and sacrifice McCafferty to scoring position. You've got Collins, who's 2 for 2 on deck. Then Bobbitt, who is 2 for 4 with a homer. This bunt popped up and foul on the first base line. After a week full of very hot weather, the temperatures are outstanding here this evening. We started the day, this game at least, at 75 degrees, down now to 72. Barnett leans against the first base side of the rubber. And the 2-1 pitch, nope, instead a move to first base. Third baseman McAndrews comes in. He's going to charge the bunt. Can Cepena get it down? Another move over. Cepena did square. Does Nate Metzger have maybe a trick up his sleeve? Does he want to change the thought process? Maybe try a slash, a hit and run, just a straight steal? We'll wait and see. On 2-1, Cepena squares and drags it down to third. McAndrews has it. His only play is first, and he makes it. Rodriguez gets back to cover, but Cepena gets the sacrifice down. It goes 5-3. A bonus run in scoring position with 1 out for Michael Collins. Collins has had a very nice night. 2 hits, 2 runs, and a walk. Heartland got a couple of runs in the bottom of the first. Western took a brief lead, 3-2 in the top of the second. Heartland scored 2 in the bottom of the second to get the lead. 2 more in the fourth to make it 6-3. 1 in the sixth to make it 7-3 as Collins lines a hit to left. It sinks in. Runner had to hold up McCafferty. He'll stop at third. Michael Collins is 3 for 3. Runners on the corners for the Hawks and just 1 down. And here is Cody Bobbitt. Bobbitt has a 2-run homer to his credit. He is also singled. He is 2 for 4. Activity in the Western bullpen behind the first base dugout. They have to keep it closer than an RBI hit would do. They've got to keep it close with just 2 innings left to work with offensively. Bobbitt trying to extend the lead. First and third, 1 out. Barnett, the righty, against the left-handed hitter. Barnett steps to third, looks to first. Heartland not going anywhere, no shenanigans. They are a base-stealing team, and Collins has some speed. The pitch to Bobbitt. Grounded, foul, just wide of first. Rodriguez gave it a headlong dive. Came up short, but the ball was foul by about a foot. Very nice crowd. A lot of young kids around here tonight. Good for them. They are out of school. It's back to work for us tomorrow. At least it's Friday. We're back to the ballpark tomorrow night. Step to third, look to first. Ooh, the runner over there, Collins, had taken his secondary lead. If Barnett might have thrown it immediately, he would have had a chance. The host organization, the Enid Cardinals for Heartland, sitting on that third base side, and they are excited about what they're seeing tonight as the Hawks try to knock off Western Oklahoma State. Another move to first, back in safely is Collins. McCafferty singled, Cepena moved him up with the sacrifice. Collins a hit to left, put him on the corners with just one out. Barnett settles, the 0-1. Ground ball, base hit through the right side. Collins gonna take the turn, he'll stop at second base, in to score is McCafferty, and it's 8-4 Heartland. What a night for Cody Bobbitt. 3 hits and 3 RBIs. And the inning not done yet. But the night might be done for Reed Barnett. The assistant coach at Western is standing just outside of the dugout, talking back with the other coaches in that dugout. And will he take a visit? Yes, he will. Barnett has been on ever since the second inning. The starter, Edward Cruz, only pitched 1 inning. Walked 3, gave up a hit and a couple of runs. His control was the big problem. Barnett has just been way too hittable, and he's going to get the ball taken away from him. So we'll take a timeout. Heartland will face a new pitcher with an 8-4 lead when we come back. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Western Oklahoma State has gone back to the bullpen. They bring in Victor Reyes, a right-handed freshman from Puerto Rico. 6'3", 210 pounds. He's in relief of Reed Barnett. Barnett went 5 1/3 innings tonight, has given up 10 hits, and so far 6 runs, 5 earned. But the runners at first and second are his responsibility. We have seen Reyes once in this tournament. He threw just a third of an inning against Madison. Gave up a hit, 2 runs, he walked a man and struck out a man. He's trying to get through this inning as a run has already been scored in the bottom of the 7th. And Heartland has runners at first and second with just 1 out. Reyes will face Aaron Vogt and Dylan Johnson, barring a double play. Heartland trying to stay alive. If they win, they would take on LSU Eunice tomorrow night, with the winner of that game then facing Western on Saturday night at 7. So win or lose, Western will play for the national championship. That's just based on the fact that this is their 5th game, whereas Heartland and Eunice have played only 4 after today. So now it's Vogt. Vogt with a couple of singles, including 1 for an RBI. Wraparound move by Reyes to check on the runners, not going anywhere. In this inning, 3 base hits allowed by Reed Barnett. He gave up 10 hits in 5 1/3. He threw strikes, but he was very hittable. Reyes from the high set delivers. way outside. Nate Metzger liked the attitude of his team coming to the ballpark today, and they have certainly been excited. They've been calm. Nice, cool demeanor about them. They played like it. They played loose. The 1-0 pitch. That's over at the knees for a strike. 89 on the radar gun. Center fielder Sherman LaCruz is shading toward right center as Reyes comes set. He checks on the runners. They go. The pitch is a strike, and they will steal the bases without a throw. What a jump by Collins at third, going for third base. He was 4 or 5 steps toward third on the dead sprint by the time that Reyes pitched. And Vogt, like a good hitter should, just took it all the way, whether it was going to be a strike or not, to allow those runners to advance. Western now has to bring the infield in all the way around. Vogt looking for a fly ball to the outfield to extend the lead. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul off the front foot of Vogt. With his 2 hits in this game, Aaron Vogt now has 5 hits in the World Series out of 14 at-bats. And he's driven home just a couple of runs. But there's a runner at third and a man at second. Only 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reyes kicks and pitches. A swing and a foul ball. If I'm LSU Eunice, I think I like what's going on here. I think it'd be easier to beat each of these teams just one time than have to beat one of those teams twice, just based on scouting reports and seeing a team over and over. That's just me, though. It's my thought process. The 1-2 pitch. That's low and inside. It hit him. It hit Vogt on the foot. No, it didn't. They're going to bring him back. Vogt is saying that he was hit on top of the foot or it caught his pants. He was headed down to first base, but the home plate umpire calls him back. Nate Metzger wants an explanation. Vogt immediately headed for first base like he had been hit by that pitch. As he told the umpire it clipped his pants. There was no evidence of that, so we're in a 2-2 count. Okay. I'm not sure the Vogt was really trying to get away with one. He just thought he was hit. With the infield in for Western, the outfield has to stay deep because of the wind and the power that Vogt possesses. Now the 2-2. Foul back. He stays alive. You look ahead for the Pioneers in their half of the 8th inning. It will be the bottom third of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9. Vogt trying to drive in a pair of runs. Reyes comes set, a high set, kicks and pitches. Swing and a miss. He got him on a curveball. Vogt down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Big strikeout for Victor Reyes. And now it's up to Dylan Johnson. Johnson, the big first baseman, is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. He's still yet to really show off all the numbers that he's been putting together for the entire season. All those very impressive statistics ranked in the top 25. And the pitch to him is high for a ball. Cruz started the game. He went an inning. 2 runs, both earned, a hit, 3 walks, and a strikeout. Barnett 5 1/3. Now it's Reyes. Can he keep Heartland from getting more than just the one they already have scored? The 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Johnson, through the course of the season, had a .486 average, 11 homers, and 67 RBIs. He has an even stance in the batter's box. Reyes staring at that runner at third. Pitches and misses high and tight. Johnson lifts the arms out of the way. We're back on the air tomorrow night just before 7 o'clock for LSU Eunice and to be determined. If it's Western, they could win the national championship. If it's Heartland, the title game will not be until Saturday. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Johnson could not catch up to a low fastball. Johnson is a big guy, 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in that neighborhood. Very powerful left-handed hitter. He is signed next year with Illinois State University. Trying to drive home a pair of runners from scoring position. Reyes is 2-2. Is taken just inside. Off the corner. So a full count. There is a base open. Filoni would be next. Bottom of the 7th inning, 8-4, the lead for Heartland. They scored 1 this inning, and they have not trailed since the second frame. Western had the lead briefly at 3-2. Now on the 3-2 pitch, Johnson takes ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Walks have been an issue tonight for the Western pitching staff, a combined 7 free passes. 2 in the first inning came home to score. And really that breaks the trend, as none of the other ones have. Kurt Russell will make a walk to the mound now to visit with Victor Reyes. Will he be coming out? There is activity in the bullpen and help ready. Coach Russell talking with his entire infield about the scenario as Filoni is due up. Well, we have a chance. Each of the teams that makes it here to the World Series gets paired up with a local business or an organization and a Little League team, and those folks serve as the team's host during their stay. Let's recognize and thank the hosts for the teams in this game. Heartland being hosted by the Enid Cardinals baseball. They're here tonight, and the Enid Young Professionals. Western Oklahoma State being hosted by the Enid Bandits baseball team and Merrifield's Office Plus. Don't forget to stay with us. After each and every game of the World Series, we'll name our Wings to Go players of the game. Wings to Go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They've got simply great wings, burgers, salads, wraps, and a whole lot more. Stop by and tell Brian you heard us here during the World Series. Stop by Wings to Go, don't you know? Sponsor of our players of the game. 1 from each side. Looks like Victor Reyes is going to stay on to pitch. A lot of encouraging words from his entire infield. This is a Western Oklahoma State offense that is so powerful and so explosive that a 4-run deficit to them is not that much. But there's only 2 innings to work with, and they need to keep the lead right where it's at. The hitter is Filoni. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. He can really bust this game open. Reyes comes set and pitches. And Filoni takes the ball. In fact, a grand slam would win the game. Get to the point where it'd be the 8-run rule in the 7th inning. So just to keep that in the back of your head. Sure, Heartland would really enjoy that. Reyes is set. And the 1-0. That's over but low. A 2-ball and no strike count. Filoni with just 2 hits during the World Series. Up in a key spot. Heartland with an 8-4 lead and a chance to build. The outfield playing this left-hander to pull. Both on the infield and in the outfield. And Filoni looks at ball 3. That was low and inside. Mike Whelan waits next. There's no place to put him if you're Victor Reyes. What a job done by the Heartland pitching staff tonight on Western's offense. Western's pitching staff has not been quite up to par. There's a strike right down the middle. .11 hits collectively for Heartland. Filoni trying to add number 12. He has 3 teammates aboard. Reyes is ready. The 3-1 pitch. Ground ball pulled foul on the first base side. That runs the count full and will give the runners a chance to leave on this 3-2 pitch. That means a shot to the gap or down the line more than likely would score 3. A base hit's going to score at least 2. And a long ball would end it. Filoni has that kind of power with an open stance. The runners go. Here it comes. And he jammed him, and a pop-up goes foul into the Heartland dugout. Maloney just hasn't made much solid contact during the 3 previous games and tonight in Enid. He was the participant in the home run derby. Didn't have a real good night that night. Of course, the wind was blowing in against the left-hander, and that always hurts. The runners will leave again. Here comes the 3-2. A swing and a high, towering fly ball in the shallow right field. Michael Cruz is calling for it. He's battling the night, and he makes the catch. So that will end the inning, and Heartland will settle for 1 run on 3 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. Heartland has stranded a gaggle out there tonight. We go to the 8th inning. It's 8-4 Heartland. We'll pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
Let me tell you about my college, Lackawanna College.
A 2-year, highly respected college that can prepare you for a career or to move on to a 4-year program.
5 regional locations, over 30-degree programs, and more.
I'm a future paramedic who found my future at Lackawanna College. Call or visit today and we'll help you find your future.
The Heartland Hawks out of Normal, Illinois. Right now quieting what was the hottest team in the tournament. Western Oklahoma State had reeled off 4 consecutive victories and done it in very impressive fashion. Really got the offense rolling in all but one of those victories, but that game, Erland Santos pitched a gem. And right now, Western is down by 3 runs as Sherman LaCruz leads things off. Sean Andrews will be second, then Hazel Wesson third in this inning. Top of the 8th inning, it's an 8-4 Heartland lead. The pitch by Stowichny is hit foul, back up and over. Stowichny so far has been great out of the bullpen. He entered the game in the 5th, has given up just 1 run. That was a solo home run by Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. The Cruz out in front. The breaking stuff of Stowichny has baffled the Pioneer hitters. Same went for David Stagg. What a great start for him. The 0-2. Curve in the dirt. Heartland has brought a new left fielder into the contest, but we didn't catch who that was. He is out there in place of Cepena. The 1-2. Check swing and a ball low. Just saw the umpire point all the way out to left field. Cepena is out of the game. And a new man into the contest. Here's the 2-2. Low and away. So from 0-2 to 2-2. LaCruz trying to reach. Give a good start for Western. Down 4 runs. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Came with a fastball. Stowichny's 3rd K. Take that back. It's his 4th strikeout of the night. That's 12 strikeouts of Western Oklahoma State hitters. So Stowichny has been awesome. Now here is Sean McAndrews. And he hits one foul back into the screen. Stowichny working in his 3rd full inning of work. Got the last 2 outs of the 5th frame. And on the 0-1, up and in, McAndrews nearly was hit by that pitch. The Heartland Hawks, the home team in this contest. They jumped in front 2-0, trailed briefly 3-2, but once they got the 4-3 lead, they've never given it up. The 0-1. A curveball for a strike in there at the belt. There's a pinch hitter waiting in the on-deck circle for Western. As McAndrews just took a pitch inside. Stowichny wanted that call on the 1-2. It's a 2-2 count. Here's that 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. He got that one, a curve over the outside corner. And Jeremy Stowichny mowing down Western Oklahoma State hitters. 5 Ks for the right-hander. And while there was a pinch hitter out there, we will see Hazel Wesson. Because there was nobody on base, Wesson will get a chance to hit with 2 outs. And he takes way outside all the way to the backstop. Heartland trying to advance. If they want to win a national championship, they've got to win 3 games in a row, beginning tonight. Win tonight, win tomorrow, win Saturday. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Western Oklahoma State, in all reality, has to just win 1. That'd be on Saturday night. They don't have to win this one. They'll be in the national title game regardless. And on the 1-1 pitch, Wesson swings and misses. Another good changeup by Stowichny. Now, if they do win this one, they have a chance to only win 1 of 2 for the title. The 1-2 offering upstairs. Tried to change his eye levels. Not sure that Wesson was going to chase anything that high, though, in the zone. Bases empty and 2 away. Top of the 8th. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside on a curveball. Stowichny trying to strike out the side. Top of the order, Paula waits in the on-deck circle. Does Western have a rally? The 3-2 offering. He walked him. So Stowichny had Wesson at 0-2 and winds up walking him. That's the first freebie allowed by Jeremy. And the lineup does flip over to Esteban Paula. Paula's had a rough night. He's 0 for 4. And this coming on the heels of a very good tournament to this point. The pitch to him is a changeup for a strike. Outstanding movement on that changeup. That was a nasty pitch. See that thing dancing as it came to home plate. The next. Swing and a miss. Right now, Paula's not seeing the ball very well. He keeps chasing things out of the strike zone. A lot of breaking balls in the dirt that he's gone after. So Stowichny is still 1 strike away from getting through this inning unscathed. A runner at first and 2 outs. An 8-4 Heartland lead. Rhythmic clapping from the Hawks fans. The 0-2. Swing and a check swing. They did not go. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. A quick appeal to first. And Paula did not go around. That was awfully close. Kurt Russell calls his leadoff man down to the third base coaching box to give him a bit of instruction. Learned something today about Kurt Russell that I didn't know. Of course, he has the great Hispanic connection in the Caribbean, but he was actually born in Spain. Kurt, I guess his father was in the military, so he was overseas and born in Spain and lived there until he was about 4 years old. With a 1-2 count on Paula, Stowichny sets and pitches. Curveball low and outside, evens it up. Marty Dunlap waits in the on-deck circle. All it takes is a couple of base runners and 1 long one to make this game interesting. It's currently a 4-run lead for Heartland. The 2-2. That's just a bit low. Whelan trying to stick that pitch at the knees to get the call. From 0-2 to 3-2. Wesson will be running on this pitch home from Jeremy Stowichny. There he goes. Here it comes. Ball 4. He walks him, and Western has a couple of men on. And they have the exact right part of their lineup coming up. Dunlap and then Cruz, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Back-to-back walks by Jeremy Stowichny. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Marty Dunlap. Wow, Dunlap, who is a .431 hitter on the year, is being pinch hit for by Randy Young. Young, 6 foot, 210 pounds, a freshman from Aruba. And we're also going to have a pinch runner at second base. It's Sorek Liberia. Odd to see Dunlap be pinch hit for, yet he was 0 for 4 tonight. So Wesson is out, and so is Dunlap, and Young is the hitter. Young does have one plate appearance, no official at-bats. He does have an RBI on a bases-loaded walk. And Young takes a changeup right down the middle for a called strike. On the season, Young has played in 55 games. He has 7 home runs. A long one would make it a 1-run game. And he takes a strike, another changeup at the knees. Young trying to get his timing right. Cannot, because Stawichny keeps throwing him that changeup in there. 0-2 the count. And Stawichny's pitch. A swing and a foul ball back into the screen. Top of the 8th inning, 8-4 Heartland. Western Oklahoma State looking for a rally. Randy Young in a pinch hitting role at the dish. 2-1, 2 outs, nothing in 2 the count. Here it comes. Check swing on a breaking ball low. He did not go around. It will appeal down to first, which is odd for a left-handed hitter, but no swing, says the base umpire. So Young stays in there. Heartland, they were hanging on the edge of their seat. Thought he might have went around. Stawichny comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a tapper foul. Boy, Young had to go after a changeup low in the zone and just stayed alive. Can Western Oklahoma State erase this deficit? That tying run is still in the on-deck circle in the person of guess who? Michael Cruz. Now time is called. Stawichny wants to talk with his catcher, Whelan. So Whelan goes out. LSU Eunice awaits somebody tomorrow night. The winner of this game, in fact. Young pinch hitting in the 8th inning. Wesson and Paolo with back-to-back walks. They're on base. The 1-2. A ground ball hit foul the other way into the Heartland dugout. Ricochets back out and into left field. Big spot here for Randy Young. Left-handed hitter with the wind blowing out to right. All it takes is one big swing. We've got a 1-run game. But Stawichny has been tough with the breaking stuff. He comes set. Kicks and delivers. Popped him up. Out in front of home plate. Who's going to catch it? The pitcher makes the catch. Stawichny takes care of it in the middle of 3 defenders. Whelan and Klein were all there, but it was Stawichny at the very last moment who made the catch. And Heartland, they can take a big sigh of relief. No runs in the inning for Western, no hits, and 2 men left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Heartland 8, Western 4. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
Hey, Monique, wait up.
Manny, good to see you.
Wow, great outfit.
I got it on Park Avenue.
Park Avenue? You're a classy lady, Monique, but can you afford to shop on Park Avenue?
You can if it's Park Avenue in Enid, Oklahoma. I got this outfit for only $5 at Park Avenue Thrift.
Park Avenue Thrift? What's that?
It's a thrift store in the 500 block of South Grand, right on Park Avenue. They have anything you could want, even outfits like this one at ridiculously low prices.
Is it exclusive? Can you get me in, Monique?
Of course, anyone can shop there. That's why they call it Enid's own community thrift store. And the best part is that 100% of the profit is given back to the community. Would you like to go with me? It's just up the street.
I'm no dummy. Let's go.
Heartland Community College is 3 outs away from victory. They have one more chance to add to their lead. 8-4 Heartland in the bottom of the 8th inning. Victor Reyes will stay on to pitch after coming on to get the final 2 outs of the 7th inning. and avoid any further damage. Heartland has 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. Western Oklahoma State scored 3 runs in the second inning to briefly take a lead, then got a solo home run from Elvis Rodriguez in the seventh. The Hawks have out-hit the Pioneers 11-6, and Western has made 1 more error, 3-2. Mike Whelan leads it off. Heartland, even though they have a 4-run lead, they have still left a bunch of runners on base. 11, in fact, through 7 innings. So this could be a little bit worse than that 8-4 score. Wheeland has an RBI double, a walk. He's 1 for 3. With an even stance from the left-handed batter's box. Mike takes it over the outside corner for a strike. LSU Eunice. See a few of their fans here, but for the most part, I think the team is back resting up for tomorrow night. They've been very impressive the last 2 days. And a fastball is low and inside all the way to the screen. Eunice lost its first game of the tournament to DMAC, then has come back and won 3 straight, scraping by Scottsdale, then blowing out DMAC and Madison today to eliminate them. The Wolfpack finished 4th. Reyes pauses his 1-1 pitch, way outside. The way the bracket sets up, that 10-team bracket, if there are 3 teams left after tonight, the team that has played the most games, which in this case, Western Oklahoma State, it's their 5th, gets the bye to the championship game. Whelan rakes it foul on the first base side, nearly taking out a Western player who was just outside the dugout, coming back from the bullpen. That leaves the other 2 teams to fight it out on Friday night. In the 4 years that this tournament has been here in Enid, the 3 previous, we have never had the tournament end prior to that if necessary game. We've always played all 19 games. The 2-2. Lifted in the air to shallow center. A pop-up on the backside of the infield. Rosario will take care of it. That's the first out of the inning. So Whelan is out number 1, and it brings in Chad Klein. McCafferty will be next, and if anyone reaches, the new left fielder for Heartland. You can get an opportunity to see who that was when Cepena was taken out of the game. As Reyes pitches and misses high and outside. Infield is back, so is the outfield. As Alex Ludwig is that man playing left field for Heartland. There's a strike over at the knees, 1-1 on Klein. Ludwig took over in left field for Cepena, didn't see any action in the top half of the 8th. You look ahead for Western Oklahoma State, they'll have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Will it be down at least 4 runs? There's ball 2, high and tight to Klein. Chad has doubled. He's walked, stolen a base. Officially 1 for 3. Cody Bobbitt's had a great night. 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, including a 2-run homer. Vogt has a couple of hits. Now the 2-1. Hit foul, back up and over. Whelan has an RBI double. Michael Collins has had a great night. He's 3 for 3. A couple of runs scored. Up and down the lineup, you can see production from Heartland. A much better offensive night for them than they've had at any point during this tournament. They only scored 5 against Catawba Valley and had to eke out that victory. As a curveball is strike 3 right down the middle to Klein. He gets punched out on a breaking pitch by Victor Reyes. Second strikeout for Reyes. 5 strikeouts as a club for Western Oklahoma State. It's a big difference. Heartland hitters have struck out 5 times. On the other side, Western Oklahoma State hitters have struck out 13 times. Now it's McCafferty. A curve in the dirt to him. Will Stowichny be back out there to try to close things down? I would guess so. As good as he has been in his relief effort, he would be on the upside. The starter, Stagg, will get a no decision. Now the 1-0 pitch. Inside. McCafferty gets out of the way. He has a hit and 4 trips, including a run scored. This tournament almost always reveals the deepest team. Even in a spot like this where you've got a team that's undefeated, they don't always win the championship, as McCafferty takes ball 3 way outside. Back last year, it was Jones County Junior College out of Mississippi. They were in Western spot, lost the game. At that time, it was against Western. And it was Western who came all the way back to win the game the next night and then win in the championship game. The 3-0 pitch. That's over at the knees. Since the tournament's been in Enid, in 2009, Parkland College got the tournament championship. In 2010, it was LSU Eunice. Then last year, Western Oklahoma State. This is the 4th year of the tournament being in Northwest Oklahoma. The 3-1. Ground ball pulled right side, a base hit past the diving second baseman, Figueroa. A 2-hit night for Andrew McCafferty. And we will get a chance to watch Alex Ludwig bat this evening. The assistant coach from Western Oklahoma State is out of the dugout. Is he going to make a move? We've seen both him and the head coach, Kurt Russell. The move has been made. We will have a reliever coming on. Bottom of the 8th inning. A runner on, 2 men out when we return. It's 8-4 Heartland. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
Western Oklahoma State goes back to the bullpen for its 4th pitcher of the night. They go to Victor Mendez. He replaces Victor Reyes. We saw Mendez earlier in the tournament. Mendez has a couple of appearances. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings. No record. He has allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and hit a man. An ERA of 10.12. He comes in with the runner at first. That's McCafferty. The hitter is Alex Ludwig when play resumes. Western has to have at least 4 runs, and they're trying to keep it right here to make it just a 4-run deficit going to the 9th. Trying to come from behind, and the scenarios again. If Western Oklahoma State wins, they would be the only undefeated team left, along with LSU Eunice, who has 1 loss. Eunice would have to beat Western twice, beginning tomorrow night, or Western would win the championship. If Heartland wins due to the tiebreaker factor, Western has played more games. They go to the title game on Saturday night, and Heartland will face LSU Eunice tomorrow night for the right to meet Western for the championship. So here is Ludwig with a runner at first. We've seen Ludwig in a couple of games. He has one plate appearance, is 0 for 1 in the tournament. The runner steals second. The pitch, a strike. The throw to second, not in time. And McCafferty is in there. Mendez wasn't keeping a close enough eye on McCafferty, and he's now in scoring position for Ludwig. For Ludwig this year, a .234 hitter. No homers and 21 RBIs. He did play in 47 games. Long look by Mendez in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Had Ludwig way out in front on a hard slider. If Alex could reach, Michael Collins waits in the on-deck circle. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-4 Heartland. Long pause, and the pitcher steps off. Looks like Alex's mom, Maggie, has sent us an email. Says, "Go Hawks." Folks in Iowa, love you, number 6. Nice message there. Now the 0-2 with the runner stealing third. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ludwig goes down on 3 pitches as Mendez does the job, and the inning is over. Heartland gets a hit, but they strand a runner. Last chance for Western Oklahoma State. Heartland leads it 8-4. We'll pause. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
It's the annual Memorial Day blowout sale. Now's the time to buy at the Mattress Hub. The deals are crazy. Save up to $600 on Tempur-Pedic's most popular model, the Cloud Supreme, plus free delivery. Save up to $400 off on Serta's iComfort. On select mattresses, buy a bed, get a bed free. All this plus up to 4 years interest-free financing and a 1-year comfort guarantee. It's a Memorial Day sale you don't want to miss. Only at the Mattress Hub.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
It's Northcutt's Memorial Day sale. Get great rebates, Memorial Day bonus cash, liquidation discounts, and 0% for up to 72 months. New 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500 extended cab, only $26,749. Or a 1500 Crew, just $24,897. 2012 Chevy Sonic, just $15,499. Get pre-approved online at northcuttauto.com or call toll-free to lock in your best deal. Northcutt Chevrolet Buick Enid, your shortcut to a great deal.
If there's one team that has the kind of pop to make a 4-run comeback in the 9th inning, it's Western Oklahoma State. However, Jeremy Stowichny has been dynamite out of the bullpen for Heartland Community College. Michael Cruz leads it off against Stowichny and takes a breaking ball that skips to home plate. It's been a rough night for Cruz. He's gone from the penthouse to the outhouse in just 1 game's time. Cruz set all kinds of records in that win over Madison. Tonight he is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. And he swings here, hitting a towering fly ball to center field, but playable for Aaron Vogt. He camps and makes the catch. 1 down and 2 more to go for Western. Heartland trying to keep their season alive. They play LSU Eunice tomorrow night at 7. Either way, Western Oklahoma State will play for a national championship. The hitter is Elvis Rodriguez. Rodriguez has homered, and he's doubled. Also struck out a couple of times. And he fouls one back our way, up over the overhang, headed back toward the front of the ballpark. The infield for Heartland playing no doubles defense, meaning that the corners are hugging the lines. And Elvis is almost hit by that pitch. It goes behind him. Stowichny threw it behind Rodriguez. Purpose pitch, perhaps, who knows. But it's a 1-1 count. And the Heartland right-hander delivers. A changeup in the dirt. Rodriguez wouldn't go fishing. The Pioneers have had a tough time with strikeouts tonight, a combined 13 strikeouts over the first 8 1/3 innings. Now the 2-1. Fouled back. Good pitch by Stowichny, got in on the hands of Rodriguez, and he was jammed badly. It's a cool night at the ballpark. A lot more jackets than we ever thought we would see when we started the week. Temperatures down into the 60s as we speak. In the 2-2 pitch, swing and a foul. Rodriguez just stays alive. Figueroa was next, and then Rosario. If anyone can reach Rosario. Already one out in this inning as Michael Cruz goes 0 for 5. Very unlike him. Now the 2-2. A curveball, strike 3 call. Rodriguez is frozen on the breaking pitch. 2 down in the 9th inning. 6 strikeouts for Stowichny. And that'll get Figueroa to the dish as the last hope for Western Oklahoma State. Last year, Heartland went 1-2 during their time in Enid. This season, they're 2-1, looking to go 3-1. And the pitch is popped up into shallow right field. McCafferty calling for it. Now he backs up and makes the catch, and Heartland survives to advance and play another day. Western Oklahoma State is no longer undefeated. They go 1-2-3 in the 9th inning, and Heartland beats the Pioneers 8-4. Your postgame is on the way, as this is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.
The thrill of victory on the baseball field is a direct result of the hours of practice in the batting cage and the bullpen. Bottom line, it takes hard work when nobody's watching to join your team on the big stage as you compete for a World Series title. Advanced Pierre Food Company believes in supporting all Enid sports programs and local events, and they are proud to sponsor the NJCAA World Series. Advanced Pierre Food would like to wish the players, coaches, and fans good luck in the JUCO World Series. Let's play ball from Advanced Pierre Food Company.
The Heartland Hawks out of Normal, Illinois, stay alive. They knock off the #1 team so far in the tournament, the only undefeated team left prior to tonight, Western Oklahoma State, 8-4. Let's tell you how this game unfolded. Heartland jumped in front with a couple of runs in the first inning off of the starter Edward Cruz. After 2 men were out, Cruz got wild and gave up back-to-back walks. Then it was a double by Mike Wheeland to make it 1-0, and a wild pitch scored Mike Filoni from third, and it was 2-0 Heartland. Western Oklahoma State battled right back and took their only lead in the top of the second with 3 runs. There was a 2 RBI single by Sean McAndrews and an RBI single by Hazel Wesson, 3-2 Western. Heartland would score 2 in the bottom of the second and get the lead they would never relinquish. Aaron Vogt delivered an RBI hit, and Cody Bobbitt would score on a wild pitch to make it 4-3. Heartland would extend their lead, getting a 2-run homer by Bobbitt in the 4th inning to make it 6-3. They would tack on a run in the 7th inning to make it 7-3 on a throwing error by the pitcher. It was a drop ball at first base. The shortstop on a potential double play. Ball got by the pitcher, run scored, and 7-3. Heartland had the lead at the time. Western took a solo home run from Elvis Rodriguez in the 7th inning to make the lead 7-4, but Heartland tacked on one more in the 7th inning as they got a leadoff hit by McCafferty, and after a sacrifice bunt and another single, Cody Bobbitt drove home his 3rd run of the game on his 3rd hit to make it 8-4, and that was your final. For Heartland, 8 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, 12 men left on. Tonight for Western Oklahoma State, 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 10 men left on the base paths. The winning pitcher is Jeremy Stowichny. He was in relief, 4 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run on 2 hits, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Got to give a lot of credit to the starting pitcher, David Stagg. Put in a tough spot, 4 1/3 innings, 3 runs on 4 hits. He struck out 8, walked 3, and hit a batter. The losing pitcher for Western Oklahoma State was Reed Barnett. He was the first reliever, 5 1/3 innings, giving up 6 runs, 5 earned on 10 hits. He struck out 3 and walked 3. Edward Cruz pitched an inning, Victor Reyes an inning and a 1/3, and Victor Mendez a 1/3 of an inning. With the win, Heartland is now 54-7. They will take on LSU Eunice tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and the winner of that game will face Western Oklahoma State for the national championship on Saturday night at 7. With the loss, Western is now 4-1 in the tournament, and they fall to 48-16. Your final score, Heartland 8, Western Oklahoma State 4. When we come back, we'll name your Wings to Go players of the game. This is the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods. Final score, Heartland 8, Western Oklahoma State 4, as players from both teams are helping to tarp the field. Just in case there's any threat of rain, don't want to have any more delays in our tournament. 2 games left to be played. Tomorrow night, Heartland and LSU Eunice at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday night, Western Oklahoma State against the winner of tomorrow night's game. It's time now to name your Wings to Go players of the game. Fans, Wings to Go at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. They have their Simply Great Wings, numerous sauce choices, but there's also burgers, salads, and a whole lot more menu items. Stop by at the corner of Cleveland and Garriott in Enid. Wings to Go, don't you know, sponsor of our players of the game. First off, for Western Oklahoma State, Sean McAndrews. McAndrews had a 2-for-3 night, a couple of singles, and 2 RBIs. He helped Western take the lead in the second inning, albeit a brief lead. And for Heartland, Cody Bobbitt, what a night he put together. 3 for 5, 2 singles, a 2-run homer, 3 RBIs overall. He also stole 2 bases and helped Heartland keep their season alive, moving on to face Eunice tomorrow night. So the schedule is Heartland and LSU Eunice tomorrow at 7. Western will take the day off and play the winner Saturday night at 7 o'clock as well. We certainly hope you'll join us. A big thank you today to Lewis Foster and Ricky Rogo back in our Enid studios helping us on the radio side of things. A big thank you to Mike Nelson and Tom Nelson, our broadcast crew and the camera crew and video switcher for NJCAA TV. And for everyone who helped make our broadcast possible, this is Matt Howell repeating your final score for the final time. Heartland stays alive. They advance to tomorrow, beating Western Oklahoma State 8-4. Good night from David Allen Memorial Ballpark. This has been the NJCAA Division II World Series, presented by Advanced Pierre Foods.